Hello, everyone. How are you? What are you doing? Also, what am I doing? There. I can't stream without a blue light bulb behind me. Hi, everyone. How are you? Hello. I am Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole. How are you? What is happening? And also, is this even working? Are you even working right now? This is my question. Feel like you should be. Or is this not that kind of a game? Hey, hey, Lauren Danger, how are you? And also Rissa, and also Scabinak, and also Krellin. Krellin's like, I'm pretty sure I've seen you streaming without a blue light bulb. That's true. I just sort of feel like I should have one now. You know what I mean? It just sort of feels like a thing. Uh, Hello, Beetlewinds. How am I? I don't know how I am. By the way, I'm going to be drinking some kefir because I thought I just had a burrito, and now I'm going to be having some kefir, which I feel like is super healthy because it's a probiotic, which means probiotic means that it is in favor of the rights of bioroids, I think. So if we're in some kind of cyberpunk future, uh, kefir is good for androids. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. I almost never buy kefir, but I just got it randomly and I was like, oh, I haven't had that in a while. And it's great. I don't know if you've ever had it. It's like liquid yogurt, which makes me happy. Gamer mode activated. Yes. He saves the green light. I do. I save the green light for Fate of Cthulhu because it's creepy, which I enjoy. Hello, BP Phantom. Skipanek is like, yeah, that sounds accurate. I think it does. It means it's full of bacteria. Wait, what do you mean that's not how it works? It means that you played as an Asari in the Emmy. Maybe, look, oh, that's true. Actually, Beetlewins, that's true. Probiotic means that you do play as an Asari, and yes, it means that I am in favor of biotic powers, which is interesting because when I play Mass Effect, I don't think I've ever played a biotic in Mass Effect. Isn't that interesting? Speaking of which, now we have to actually have a slightly larger conversation about characters that I play in RPGs, not RPG like video game ones, because I've noticed an interesting pattern. Um, we used to get it all the time when I was a kid from Windmill Farms. Oh yeah, this is not Windmill Farms, but I do love a good kefir. Also, it is organic, all natural biotics, no artificial lab biotics. No. Everybody who is a biotic in this situation got their biotics naturally. They were not induced biotics in some kind of weird way with like the what is that? What's that thing they called it? Like that they gave to Caden, like the element zero. Was that what it was? Element zero that they just sort of like gave humans element zero so that they would get biotics, but then wasn't that it? And like that's why Caden was always having a headache. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Element zero? No? Yes? Maybe it means that I am a professional biotic. It could be that too, Krellin. I'm not certain. You don't have to be a biotic to be probiotic. That's true. Biotic rights. Hey, Origami Shuriken, how are you? Did you enjoy my donut pick? I did. I was super jealous though, actually, Rissa, because by the way, we have a Discord because I wanted those donuts. That's what I wanted. Uh, I love a good strip mall donut shop. Like a lot. They're really good. By the way, did you know that I didn't know what strip malls were until I moved out of the Bay Area? Because San Francisco specifically doesn't really have strip malls. We have one big mall called Stonestown Mall, which we called the Stonerstown Mall, at least when I was growing up. Right? When I was growing up, we had one big mall, the Stonestown Mall, which was kind of far away, so I never went there. And we just didn't have strip malls, so I didn't really know what they were, but the name strip mall sounds very evocative. And as a kid, I was like, oh, I wonder what a strip mall is. That seems saucy. Turns out it's not actually all that saucy. It's not even really very interesting. Is what I learned. This is what I was. Ezo Element Zero. That's what it was, right? Element Zero. was how all biotics works. Oh, I thought that Asaris didn't need element zero to do their biotics. I thought that they like experimented. Like, wasn't that whole thing where what's her face was? What's her face? You know, the woman who wore belts as a shirt. What's her face? Jack, right? Wasn't that the thing that they were like in that creepy space and their experimentations? Like, wasn't there like a thing? Like, I feel like there's a thing. Oh, that's the stuff. Snort. Oh, yeah, biotic smash. Hello, PH. Caden had a headache because he had an old Mark II implant to control E-Zone, refused or couldn't get upgraded Mark III. Oh. Huh. A building that takes, I know, I feel like a strip mall is a building that takes its clothes off, which means by clothes, we probably mean awnings. So I feel like a strip mall is like a place where there are awnings, but then the awnings come off and then you go shopping. It's unclear. It's unclear to me. So it was like Origami Short Kid thought the same thing, right? I can definitely imagine young Tour using the word saucy unironically. Oh yeah, I mean that is a true thing about me. Elephant Zero, Jack. Izo is what they experimented on Jack with. Right, yeah. So is it true that Asari just organically have access to biotics, right? They don't need the little implant. Is that right? It's been a while. Okay, it's been a while since I played Mass Effect 2, or 3 or 1. But here's what I wanted. Izo was the power behind the titular Mass Effect. That is how biotics and mass relays worked. Oh. So the difference is that Asari didn't need the implants, right? Asari can manipulate Izo without implants. Not that they didn't Izo. So like Izo's like the Force, right? Yes, from the wiki. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is what I wanted to tell you. It's all about midichlorians. Hey, okay, look. I know a lot of people lost their minds about midichlorians. They're like, oh my gosh, midichlorians. But I was like, I feel like midichlorians are the least of my concerns with this film right now. I know some people were very upset about midichlorians, and I was just like, midichlorians, it's like chlorine from swimming pools. So like, what does chlorine from swimming? And then every time they would say midichlorians, I would think about the smell. Hey, Prax, how are you? Because I don't know about you all, but when I was a kid, I had to go and, I took swimming lessons in the local pool. And of course, local pools always smell of chlorine. So I was like, So every time they talked about midichlorians, I just remembered the smell of chlorine, which means I was probably distracted, which I don't know if that was at all the point of it. The point of midichlorians were to show that Qui-Gon was wrong and the Jedi were losing their way. Oh, Jedi do give off a scent of chlorine. Facts. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Don't pee on Jedi or you get chlorine gas. That also might be true. I mean, there are a lot of things about the Jedi world we've never had discussions of that could very well be true. But because G canon is God, everyone acted like, like Qui-Gon was right and midichlorians were a thing. Yeah, it's really interesting to think about unreliable narrators. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes people say things in media, but that doesn't mean that they're true. It's like, side note, like with Game of Thrones, like Song of Ice and Fire, the books. All of those books are told in third person, but from some person's point of view. Like each chapter has basically a point of view character. And sometimes things are said in those books, but just because they're said in the books doesn't mean that they're true. It just means the person whose chapter name it is thinks that it's true. It doesn't mean that it is. Like, there's a lot of bias in many of those chapters, but people sometimes just accept things without thinking about the fact that maybe there might be some unreliable narrators. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. This is midichlorians are the digital sounds of chlorine. Oh, that's probably true, Jer. Like if you want to go and do like a piece of music that involves chlorine, then you have to use the midichlorians and you have to put it into like, GarageBand or Ableton, something like that. And then you can actually get the sound of chlorine. I feel like that tracks. That tracks. Krellin says, for what it's worth, I'm not sure Lucas knew that was the point. Lucas is a madman who got places without knowing how he got there. Krellin, I feel like Sometimes how he got there was his first wife doing some major heroic editing and also script doctoring, and also sometimes his friend Steven Spielberg doing some like ghost directing. I feel like sometimes he got a little help from his friends to get where he got. It's just my thought on that one. You know, that's all. Um, uh, Beetle wins. It's 2021. Why can't we get CD quality midichlorians? That's a really good question. Why? You know, I feel like we've got way better computing power at this point in time. I feel like we could have way less latency with our midichlorians. Is all I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's it. BP says, exactly. Ned Stark faked his own death so he could manipulate events from the shadows. Chlorian fans just dig that retro sound, Beetle lens. That's true. I was over at a hipster place, and all the hipsters were like, "Yeah, no, I don't want my MIDI chlorians. I just like my vinyl chlorians." Like, there's a whole like vinyl chlorians scene where instead of the MIDI chlorians, they really want that old, you know, vacuum tube vinyl chlorian sound. And you know, I kind of feel like I don't want to tell them, but you really can't hear the difference so much between the MIDI chlorians and the vinyl chlorians, but you know, don't tell them that. They will never listen. It's just what it is. Um, Ned Stark was born with a detachable head. Oh, actually, I heard that's true. Actually, that he's from the island of Skagos, and he can just remove his head, put it to the side, put it back on again. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. It was in one of the chapters, I think. This is, we can't even get. Wait. Is Twitch? Wait. I feel like we can't even get Twitch not to freak out when it gets to. Oh, that's true. That is true. Um, if you can still find it, watch the Drama Club Heroes read through the original Star Wars script on Geek and Sundry. I remember Drama Club Heroes. They did some cool stuff. I should find that. I should find that. Listening only to Chlorian Og. Oh, GG's. Yeah, that's important. Lossless chlorians for better Jedi tomorrow. Right, we do want our lossless, right? Like we want our lossy chlorians, not our, you know, lossless chlorians, not our lossy chlorians. And maybe I feel like what we really need if we want to get super authentic is to get like a really, really old Jedi, like Kreia, who's super old, and just have her sing the Chlorian song, and hopefully out of tune, and recorded like on a tape recorder in the mountains or the swamps of Dagobah. That's fine too. We can actually just get Yoda, really is fine, to sing the Chlorian song, and then we'll know it's super, super authentic. Kreia is a Sith. Only open source Chlorians. Kreia is yeah. Kreia and I had a really complicated relationship. If you haven't played Knights of the Old Republic 2, I liked it very much. But again, remember, I have weird taste. To be honest, I only listen to Chlorians on the original vinyl, which is fair. So here's something I recognize, that I rarely play spellcasters in my video game RPGs. And I basically almost always play the equivalent of the rogue tech skill person. Like in fantasy games, I'm often just playing a rogue or a ranger or something along those lines. But I was thinking about this in Mass Effect. And in Mass Effect, I did not play anybody with biotic powers, and I played a tech, is what I did. I played a tech. My shepherd was a tech person. You know, I went full on tech. I just think that's interesting. I don't know why. Hey yo, Wild Engineer. Hey yo. Ooh, I wanted to say something that was related to you, but not yet. It's related. I'm going to tell you a thing that's related to you. Look, all I'm saying is that the Jedi are wrong. That's fair. And the Sith, while correct, are flawed in their implementation. Also fair. I'm listening to these new Chlorians. You haven't heard of them. Oh, that's true. Nobody's heard of those Chlorians. Hey, Grinny Weasley. Well, visit my favorite Twitch streamer ever. Hello, Grinny Mike. Hello. How are you doing, Grinny? It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Techs are cool. I like them. Rissa says I rarely play spellcasters, period. Too much bookkeeping. I like spellcasters. Like, the thing is, I like them, so I wonder why it is I don't play them very often. You know what I mean? Like, I find that odd. Oh, you're playing a soldier again, even in an RPG. Speaking of, two things now I want to tell you all. Remember, Beetleman says, I think it's because while being able to summon fireballs is cool, being able to sneak behind all the guards and shank the main bad guy in the neck before they even know you were there is much more fun. Okay, Beetlewins. First off, yes. Second off, I really do enjoy. I played the Hitman games on the Xbox, like Hitman, Hitman 2, and I really, really, really enjoyed sneaking around, putting on a clown outfit, poisoning somebody's sushi, then leaving, and then the person dies and I'm not even in the building anymore. Like, I really enjoyed some assassin murder with Hitman. From that real fun, and I don't even worry about me. Like, don't even worry about me. It is fine. I'm Grinny. I am glad you're doing wonderful. That makes me happy. So Wild, what I wanted to say was, so Wild Engineer is in the Fate of Cthulhu game that I'm running over on Weave the Tale on Saturdays, and that means in 2 days we have our next episode. We've just finished the name game. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F, or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can rhyme. Grinny Weasley, Grinny Weasley, Grinny Weasley, Bo Brinny Weasley, banana, fanna, fo, Grinny Weasley, fee, fa, mo, Grinny Weasley. Grinny Weasley. BP Phantom, thank you for that gift sub to the Granny Weasley. So excited. So there we go. Let's see. If you're playing a wizard, are you cool or is the fireball cool? Everything the rogue does feels. Oh, that's really interesting, PH. I suppose it depends on how magic is, like how magic works in that universe. I have a thought. Krellin says, really, it comes down to this. Losing out on treasure because your NPC rogue doesn't have enough points in lockpicking is really super annoying. Whereas if it's because you don't have enough points in lockpicking, you have no one to blame but yourself. That's fair. Beetlewind says, Sheridan says, in Star Wars: Old Republic, the Imperial agent has a move where they stab the target from stealth and poison them. That's fun. The agent makes a little evil laugh every time you do it, and it is excellent. No, that I think I would appreciate that, is what I think. I think I would. What it comes down to for Trooper, I expect, is that rogues loot, wizards not so much. I can loot as a wizard. I can loot. I can do it. Oh, hey, I got something in the mail that I wanted to share with you. But it's behind the tarp. Ooh. Grinny says, I've started a thing on Facebook where the commenters get to pick my RPG character, and so far I'm a non-binary dragonborn drunk monk. And honestly, I need to play any RPG right now. Ooh, that sounds like D&D. And I feel like there must be some kind of drunk style. Hey, Kai Hawk, how are you doing? Hawkeye! Fireball's hot. The Ray of Frost is cool. Skexy. Encumbered. Oh, man, you just make me think about the Elder Scrolls games right now. Oh, no. Wait, I should still be here. I should... The name game. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat her like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Thunair, bo bunair, banana, fanner, fo, funair, fee, fa, mo, munair. Thunair. Do you remember the commercials for Nair from like the 80s? Who wears short shorts? Nair wears short shorts. If you dare go there, go with Nair for short shorts. With sort of how it goes. Anyway, Nair's gross. It's a cream that burns off all the hair from your body. And I feel like whatever kind of unhealthy chemicals you're slathering on your body to burn off all of the hair is probably not good for your skin, is just my thought. But apparently it has, you remember those commercials? Oh yeah. Like I just feel like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like it was probably unhealthy. That's all. That is probably all. Uh, Plastic Shroud, either troopers planning a murder or planning a mess, or both. It's just PH says, I play tested a one shot recently for a friend, and I was a power hungry wizard in an adventure where the antagonist was also a power hungry wizard. So that was real great. Ooh. Yeah, I have this roof leak. By the way, I have new news about that for you all. Beetlewind says the best rogues are Clan Eshin from Warhammer Fantasy. Why bother going to all that trouble to assassinate your target? You could just kill your boss and take their money. Fair, it's fair. Hawkeye says, I just finished playing some D&D with Greg, Pope, and JF. Oh, nice. My gold dragonboard is suffering from a leprosy-like curse. Ooh. Was that streamed or non-streamed, by the way, Hawkeye? You should tell me. Well, it looks as though the stream is not broken. Please ignore this message. What? I never ignore you, Granny. Nair smells bad. It does. Yeah, it smells bad, and I suspect that it's dangerous. Do you know what I mean? That's all. Although, hey, Schmelzer, how are you? There's something worse than Nair. Okay, Granny says, okay, but listen, I'm lazy as heck, so I'm gonna burn my leg hairs off, probably glow in the dark later. Maybe. Like, oh, offline. Oh, that's cool, Hawkeye. No, your turn, my turn. They did not fix the leak yet, but I do. Oh, thank you, Rissa, but I do have news. Just us, Lindy, and Josh. Oh, that sounds amazing. So the news is they're going to come in on Monday to fix the 2 holes in my 2 different ceilings, but this means I have to, before Monday, move all of my books into the other room because they're going to do all this sort of construction stuff. So sometime, I suppose, today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, probably Sunday, because, oh, Sunday's tricky. Sometime in the next 3 days, I'm going to be moving books, maybe tonight during Critical Role. I'll be moving books from this room to the living room where I don't really have space, but I have to move things on this side out so that they can do all of their work. So apparently on Monday, it's going to happen. That's danger, high voltage. Sorry. I've always had a hard time playing spellcasters because I never had magical powers fantasy. There always been better physical prowess fantasy, whether it be accuracy or speed or strength or speed. Wow, that's interesting. I have a thought about that. Hey, Ice Bunny. High voltage, maybe an epilate. See, there you go, Lauren Danger. You know what, like, the epilators, I don't know if any of you have tried an epilady. They hurt, is what I'm going to say. They're painful. They're painful, is what they are. They're painful, is what I'm trying to say. They're like not so Sunday after your, because the thing is, after my 5 shows, because I've got the thing about Sundays, I've got Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, and then Sunday evening, right? So I've got like 3 shows on Sunday. So I think I might do some tonight during, like, I'll do a little what's the word, multitasking during Critical Role. Tomorrow I'll be doing a lot of prep for shows, so maybe, and then I won't be doing much Friday evening. Saturday I've got a 2 p.m. show, so I might be able to do some more stuff before 2 p.m. on Saturday. And well, the Saturday show stops at 9, so I might be able to do more stuff Saturday evening after 9 p.m. But Sunday's going to be a full day, you know, like 11 to 11. So I don't think I can do it Sunday. So I'll just have to do most of my stuff tonight and then Saturday is what I'm thinking. That's all. Those are my thoughts on that one. That's my thought. That's what I got. Am I leaking in? Well, it's not currently leaking, and they're hoping to sort of fix it before leaks start again. Rissa says, move 15 books every time you have a break between sessions since you were very committed this weekend. Yeah, I think so. Hey, Escape, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I don't like pain. No, epiladies hurt. They hurt, in case you wanted to know. Stream is, ooh, hey, Be Right. Be Right just donated bits, and I think we know what that means. We know what that means. That means I'm going to sing a song, and it's a thing that I haven't sung in a while, and I miss it, and I'm so happy. Be Right has said, hugs for the inclined, as Amy Dallin would say. Amy Dallin is amazing. With a song in my heart, which is an Igpe Atenlay. Ooh, and that rhymes. Okay, oh, I see you, Be Right. I see you. Yeah. I'm gonna start doing it during CR. Let me see. Also, you don't have bad English, Ice Bunny. I have an Orin. Why would you rip the hair out of your skin? People have thoughts about it. Beetlewind says, I like the newish, on Twitter at least, idea being bandied around where when Caesar said, et tu, Brute, it was less of a sadness at being betrayed, more of him saying, like, I'll see you in hell, punk. that is good. So ripping hairs is about losing stubble. Yeah, but it also, yeah, I just found out I found out just like the other day that they're going to come in on Monday, apparently, but it involves me having to move everything. And they said it might throw up dust, so when I move those things out, I'll probably have to just put a tarp over all my computer stuff. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to sing, because singing is going to make me happy. And I'm going to sing We're in the Money, as sung by Ginger Rogers in the film Gold Diggers 1933, which means I'm going to be singing it in Pig Latin, in case you wanted to know. You know the song, We're in the Money, because I got bits, so it's like the, it's the bits, right? So, but Airway and hey, the anime. Airway and hey, the anime. Way up, gay, up, way up, way up, way at way, exuted, gay, young way, oh. Airway and hey, the anime. Hey, the ice skates are on, he say. Old man did the ocean pray, we are a woo, you are still me hungry, oh. Ewe ever eat ray at Leon Slay, up way at Brian Slay, today. And we see the end, Lord, look left, the agar in the IA. We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Oh, come on. That's like the best. Do we call people brutes because of the dude who stabbed Caesar with all his friends? Oh, I don't. If Prax were here, Prax would know. Prax is here. Prax. Do you know? I feel like Prax would know. Your repairman will arrive on Monday between the hours of 7 a.m. and not 5 p.m. They arrive Wednesday at 6 a.m. No, I think they're going to be here at 9 on Monday, which means I have to, pay attention. This is one of my favorite things in life that is hard to explain to others. Right? Because it's in Pig Latin, and I love it so much. Trooper, never get rid of the hair on your face. I was all, what the fuck did you do to your face? Or is some BS visual disturbance in the force up to 3 days before a migraine attack? Yeah, on The Witcher, last night, my character was going incognito, so I used the Snapchat filter that gets rid of your facial hair, and I looked all weird, and it was disturbing, and I freaked out Ice Bunny, and it made me laugh. By the way, I do know the Muffin Man. We're good friends. Muffin Man gives me muffins. It's pretty great. I use the Snapchat filter, and it made it look like I had no facial hair, and it looked pretty weird. I might actually be able to. Show you what it looks like. Look. There are nightmares, and they. Hold on, I can show you what it looks like. Where is it? Witcher. This should be easy to do. Episode 10. Hold on. Uh, this should be pretty easy. Give me a second. Give me a quick look. Um, yeah, I feel like, okay, here you go. I'm just going to drag this over here, and then, there you go. Da, 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 da. This is what I look like with no facial hair from the Snapchat in your face. Uh, wasn't that super disturbing? I feel like it was super disturbing. And I Spunny was like, what is happening? Why? Um, and it kind of made me laugh because it also, I was like, what is that? I don't even recognize my face. And also I look strange, and it made me laugh. Um, yeah, that is some Snyder Superman stuff, is 100% true. 100% true. Oh my gosh. What is, oh, sorry. Apparently the long dark has started. I didn't mean to start it, but apparently it did. Crown's like, nope, don't like it. No, do not. Um, and also like my face is so naked. Do you know what I mean? Like I have such uh, like a naked face. It's so weird. That is not, how my life goes. Skexy was like, I was watching something else, but joined the stream and kept it on mute. I was wondering about that. The filter was the conclusion I'd come to. Yes. I would not, I would not shave my mustache. No. Like, oof, uh, you wouldn't, people are having now nightmares. Living your inner Chakotay? Where's Jamie? This is a good question, B, right? It's true, actually. Almost looked like you was a lost Jackson brother. Maybe, right? You look great. Just different. Thank you. Still wanted you to just do a Thursday, Sunday stream with it. Maybe. I'd have to figure out how to get it to go through OBS just to like freak you all out, because that would make me laugh. Extra smooth, but not in a good way. It did make you look younger, but not in a good way. I love you all. Scabmanac says, my dad once accidentally shaved his beard. Ooh. My mom had never seen him without his beard. He texted me a picture while I was at work. I looked at him and I thought, why is my dad sending a picture of some guy I don't know at their house? And put my phone back in my pocket. It's really strange, because the thing is, here we go. I will do different things with my beard, like, because right now I'm a little bit scruffy, right? But like, I have like right now a goatee. And sometimes I'll do a full beard. Sometimes I'll just actually go with this is interesting. Why are you doing this? Oops, pardon me. There we go. Sometimes I'll just look like a really thin little like D'Artagnan. I'll do different things. But I think I might have even once, have I shaved off all of my lower facial hair? I might have only had a soul patch once, but I've had a mustache for the last 20 years, and I can't imagine what it would be like not having a mustache. Sometimes I shape the mustache differently. Like, there are times when I don't have the handlebar, but I've had a handlebar for a long time. Ooh, I can't even think about it. That's all I'm saying. Mr. Dread Pirate Dace looks extra. Oh, I can't even imagine Mr. Dread Pirate without a beard. That would be strange to me. I don't know how I would deal with that, really. This Critwitch, it is Snapchat. No. There is a Snapchat app that actually I use that more than once for. Here, let me to turn down this volume. Give me a second. Where are we? I feel like this volume is too loud. Maybe it's just too loud for me. There we go. Now you can't hear it at all, but that's not you. That's me. That's all. There we go. Wild had to shave for work and hated it. Oh. Of course, for such a long time, they wouldn't... Ugh. Whatever. Sorry, I'm just thinking about Americans and misery. It will be cold. From Latin Brutus, heavy, dull, stupid, insensible, unreasonable. also sole source of the Spanish-Italian brutto. Hmm. Hawkeye says, I've had my stash for 30 plus years. I'd feel the same if I ever shaved it off. It's just really weird, right? Like, you have a face. Isn't that how the lawyer became a cat? Maybe. So, I had a thought. What was it? Oh, you know, Wild. This is interesting because I was thinking about, all right, so, and actually Hawkeye will find that, so it's about facial hair. So facial hair was, everybody had facial hair, not everybody, but you know. And then in the 20th century, facial hair sort of went out of style because it was like, the idea was like, it was the new American look, like the young American look was like to not have facial hair. And so that became the rage for a while. And then by the time we get to the 1950s, a lot of companies made it illegal. Like it was like against corporate whatever to have facial hair. And then in the 60s and 70s, people were having their facial hair again. You still had like mustaches in the 80s. And then when I was hanging out, and then they went away, facial hairs went out of style again. And then I remember being in grad school in the aughts, and people would say things like, oh, facial hair, that's so terrible. They'd be like, porn stash, oh, it's so bad, facial hair's the worst, blah, 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 all that kind of anti-facial hair stuff. And I was like, I have a mustache. And I'm like, oh, it's different for you. And I was thinking about the ways in which if you were seen as ethnic, so Black, Latinx, Italian, you could have like a mustache and facial hair, and people would be like, it's okay if you do it, but otherwise they'd be like, oh, that's so gross. And I thought that was so odd. And then out of nowhere, that huge like beard thing just happened starting a couple years ago where everybody's like super lumberjacky. And I was like, what happened? Because it's not just like, we're not talking about like a little beard. We're talking like huge, massive lumberjacks. And I was like, I wonder what happened. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting. I don't know why that happened, but it did. Oh, no, work. No. Yeah. But the thing is, they're not porn stashes. It's just that when people talk about pornography, they think about the 1970s, but like lots of people in the 1970s had mustaches. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just this weird thing to me, the ways like, it's weird to me that like our imagination of pornography is like the 1970s, but it's often not accurate. If you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, lurking. Hipsters happen. The acceptance of facial hair swings like a pendulum every decade or so. Long beards, and they assume you're a redneck hillbilly, for example. Right. I think it had something to do with the Red Sox. None of them were shaving their beards for a while. Wild says, and people have no respect for the in-progress facial hair. It is true. Although people do seem to like stubble. Yeah, lots of people in the 70s made porn. It's 1-to-1. Maybe that's what it was. There's a long history of military mustaches too. Absolutely. B. Wright says, I was watching Jason Charles Miller recently. Now that's a beard and makes him look so different. Yeah, it's just really fascinating to me. I am going to, by the way, just go there while we're here, and I'm going to we're going to resume because I feel like we can talk while we're going. Like while we're here, we might as well. So I think I just have to gather materials is what I think is going on. I think at least, I mean, I look healthy. I think I just have to gather some materials. And it looks kind of dark outside. Also, I think I'm over encumbered. But I wanted to share something about Wild. The Yankees ban all facial hair. Do they really? Do they really, Hawkeye? The Red Sox and other teams accept it without issue. That's so interesting. No, that hurts. Simple kisses are no fun. Hey, I'm just telling you. I feel like I'm carrying a lot of stuff. Also, I feel like it's dark outside. Also, I feel like I should take a nap. We're gonna take a nap. Also, I don't know if I can. Can I just... I forgot. I think I forgot all of my... I don't even know what's happening. So it's the middle of the night. Check the gas station for more supplies. Stock grandmother's fridge with food. Fill grandmother's firewood bin outside. Okay, so I need to get firewood for her. Also, I need to figure out how... Oh, I'm over encumbered. That's what's happening. Sweet. Here we go. Stubble isn't in progress, it's a style. It's true. We're being told I had a pube stash and things like that was growing. Oh, that's so messed up. I remember a bearded man shaving his beard, committing murder, and then wearing a fake beard to cover his crime. Oh, interesting. In a show. Well, apparently, like, they'll do things like you would grow a beard, commit a crime, and then shave it. It has been a long time since I played it, and apparently I'm over-encumbered, which is shocking for me, because I feel like I'm never over-encumbered. You know? The Stein brothers have never allowed it. Huh. So weird. So I am apparently over-encumbered, which is really surprising to me, considering how I feel like I'm never over-encumbered. That's just very unlike me. And I want to... okay, let's see. Gray Mother, blah, blah, blah. People, places. Ooh, map. Okay. What is this? This is the gas station we probably have to go to. It's great. I'm at a sprain risk, so that's great. Great. I'm wearing clothing, which seems awesome. I want to remember how I no. So there's a way to, I imagine there's a way to switch categories from one item to the next. No, we did not finish the co-op game. It's just that Dot right now is recording a podcast, so she cannot be here, but we're going to play Divinity Original Sin on Sunday at 11 o'clock Eastern, before my other games, because she has to do a podcast right now. Yeah, maybe she wouldn't mind. I bet I could store some stuff here. Like, I bet I could do that. If I store some stuff here, I bet she wouldn't mind. Right? Like, I'm gonna store some stuff here. That's what I'm gonna do. I think it'll be fine. This is what. Hoarding is apparently a critical skill. Yes. B. Wright says, a friend decided to grow a stash a few years ago. Another friend commented, you must be important. You underline your nose. The stash was gone the next day and never came back. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, there was something I wanted to say about Fate. But by the way, I'm trying to figure out how I switch categories. Oh, hey, I got it. It's great. I got it. First aid is great. Clothing. What I'm looking for is trying to figure out how much water I have. Oh, I have a bunch of water, so I feel like that's not too bad. I'm going to... Yeah, so I feel like I should probably store some things here in the house so I am not... okay, so that I'm not... You know what I mean? What does this do? Doesn't seem like it does anything with that. Okay, so we're gonna go into her kitchen, and we're gonna just store some things. It's really dark here, though. It's really dark. I can't see anything. I don't know where I am.
Name game.
Hey, you know what? I just want to tell you. It's the name game. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. But if the first two letters are ever the same, I drop them both, then say the name. I like Bob. Bob, drop the B's, Bo, Bo, Fred. Fred, drop the F's, Fo, Red. Oh, Mary, Mary, drop the M's, Mo, Airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. Barantor, 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 Banana, Fana, Foferantor, Fee, Fi, Momerantor. Barantor, Speaking of, I gotta take off my outer shirt because it's getting warm in here. Hawkeye says, I don't think I've told you yet, Trooper. Our offer in our house was accepted, so we will be moving in 30 to 60 days, and I'll be able to stream again. Oh, that's wonderful. Yes. I hope you're going to move to a good place. Also, I don't know if you noticed, Rissa, but I fixed the RPG command before I went up today. Was being responsible. So I am like 5 pounds over, and I just don't know if I should, like, maybe I could make some Tinder plugs, or, you know, I'm just trying to figure out what I should do. Should I make some more bandages? Should I make, I mean, I just don't even, I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna craft. I'm not, what do you think well, okay. So I'll do that too. I'm just crafting. Hopefully it will make my weight less, and make my life better. I don't know. I should probably be sleeping or eating. I can't tell you what's happening in my life. And there we go. That's what I was checking. Oh, see. There was something I wanted to tell you besides the fact that, I think, look, I feel like I should be able to, isn't there like a thing where you can repair your clothing? That's crafting. Ooh, did you hear that? Did you hear that sound? It sounded like a door opening. Is that freaking you out? It's freaking me out. Ice Bunny says, I have a question. If you learn an instrument like the banjo, ukulele, or guitar, is hurting fingers a sign of doing something wrong, or just something that happens when you're a beginner? I'm just trying to figure and eliminate all the things that could make me fail before I use money on an instrument. Well, it depends on what you mean by hurting your fingers. There's different kinds of hurting. Do you know what I mean? Like hurting means different things. If you're playing a steel string instrument, violin, any kind of steel string instrument, you're going to get a little bit of pain in your fingertips, as you are, you know, pressing down on the strings. But then after a while, it's gonna build up calluses, and then it will not hurt your fingertips when you're pressing down on the metal strings. If you're doing nylon strings, it won't actually hurt as much. But if you're actually getting pain somewhere, wrist, etc., then you're not doing it right, and you should do something different, because it's not good to harm yourself. You know what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? By the way, it doesn't look like I've actually decreased anything. But maybe I can repair this. Like, let's repair. I'm repairing things because I feel like that's great. So
somebody's watching me.
I always feel that somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Whoa, I always feel that somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? Hey, Lost Arts. Welcome in. Thank you for following. I hope you're having a good time. We're playing The Long Dark, and I need more cloth, and I should probably also drop things off on the ground so that I'm not over encumbered. But I like being, also, just so you know, right now I'm in a room and it is dark and I don't know how to get out of the room, in case you are wondering. I don't have a torch, and I'm gonna just eat food, I think. That's herbal tea, that's not gonna help me. I'll just have some Uh, I I don't know. It's not great, everybody. I probably need. I'm gonna just have some soda. That's it. I'm gonna have some soda. Uh, mm, ooh, it's worrisome because I'm stuck. Because I walked. Oh, what did I just do? I just dropped something. I didn't mean to do that. Oh no. And now I won't be able to find it because I'm in the dark. Wait. I just saw something. Okay, I'm seeing windows. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry, I just dropped something, and also I have now found my way out of the dark. So that's good. This is yeah. So it depends on what you're doing. You're probably going to get pain in your fingertips when it comes to like just if you're doing steel stringed. Yes. I found a ukulele teacher who made a 30-day ukulele for beginner challenge, and she's a real music teacher. And in the first lesson, she explains how to hold the instrument stuff. That's good. You want to make sure you actually hold it right so you don't give yourself, tendon problems. This is kind of a challenge that someone's having. Right, because I was like in the dark. Hoarding too much. The lost arts. My life. My life is about hoarding is really what it is. If I search this cabinet, maybe I can put things in the cabinet. And then, I don't know. Maybe I can't. What is my life? Oh, hey. Okay. I'm going to put things in the cabinet so that I worry about all this, but we're going to... Okay, we're going to put... I don't want to put things in the cabinet. I want to keep everything on me at all times. But you know what? Okay, so we're gonna go do the hard work of putting things in the cabinet. I feel really bad about this, but maybe we'll make it so that we don't die. I mean, sure, and I don't need water purification tablets right now, right? I mean, I just want, I feel bad about it. One must hoard efficiently. It is true. I heard that someone should be contacting me about an interview for a position with a different department sometime next week. Ooh, toy. The job won't be posted for another couple of weeks. But they're willing to talk to me now. I'm not sure how I feel about it. With exactly 2 weeks left before employment, I need to do this. What about getting the you're overqualified rejection? Yeah, that is very stressful. I can't imagine like how frustrating and stressful that might be. But, just because you apply for and get the job now doesn't mean that you need to stay there. You can be in that space for a bit while you are looking for other jobs, like it's a thing that you can. What is this? These are stones. Why do I have a bunch of stones? By the way, why do I have a bunch of stones with me?
Name game.
Do I need stones? What are they even there for? I throw them at people, right? That's what I do. So I'm gonna yes. By the way, the name game. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F, or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Wild engineer, wild engineer, wild engineer, banana, fanner, wild engineer, fee, fi, mo, mild engineer. Wild engineer. thank you for that resub, Wild. It is much appreciated. I appreciate that. Thank you. Wild, what I want to say, so, I'm GMing, this is where I was going with the story. I am GMing Fate of Cthulhu. Oops, and, sorry about that. I'm GMing Fate of Cthulhu. Wild's in it. And this last session we had was so fun. I had such a great time with it. I really was really excited about all the things that happened. I feel like people, cabinet door. I feel like everybody did like, really great things. The story was really good. This is a book. I feel like I probably don't need it. Oh, I have a lot of books. We're just going to put all of our books in there. And look at that. I can move around. Yeah, so we had like what if I need those books? I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to think about the fact that I probably need those books desperately for later. No, I won't think about all the books that I probably need. I just won't think about it. Nope. Nope. Sure. That's it. Currently, my current partner doesn't see my experience as an asset, so, oh. Lauren Dieter says, all right, Trooper and friends, I'm off to sort some supper because, food. Food is important. I will see you later. And I can't wait for your next video. Another bunny murder. Look, this is a game where you have to eat food or you're gonna die. This is the one where you have to eat food. Yeah, and, I don't know what was up with that. I don't know what they were doing or what they were up to. I cannot say what was up to your old work. But they are not, they're just like this. That's my thoughts on them. They're questionable. But by the way, the name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat her like I wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B. Then I say the name. Then banana, fan, or info. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time. And there isn't any name that I can rhyme. Lost arts, arts, po, bust arts, banana, fana, fo, fust arts, fee, fi, mo, most arts. Lost arts. Woohoo! Oh, thank you for that gift sub Thunair to Lost Arts. Welcome in. And welcome for your nap, Jer. Naps are good. It seems and by the way, see ya, Hawkeye. It seems they want either people with a huge skill set for entry level and no pay, or they give you the overqualified BS just depending on your field. It's not you, it's them. Lost Arts is correct, right? Because sometimes they're like, we're in this space where we simultaneously have a qualification creep. Do you know what I mean? Where all of a sudden, let's do that. Where all of a sudden you need to have a gazillion, bajillion bits of qualification just for an entry-level job. But I'm gonna just, I'm gonna put all of that in there and get myself down to like some space. I want to have all the space, but I suppose I can't. I feel like I'm underweight right now. I feel like I'm not carrying everything, and I feel like that's real good and really not normal for me. So I'm happy about it. Also, I feel like I'm a bit tired, so I'm gonna try to go to sleep. But it's very dark here in this place, and I feel like I don't know where I am. That's fine. My son needing 5+ years experience to get a job out of college. Oh, yeah, it's kind of hitting everybody, right? Also, I really should not be wandering around in the dark, which is probably a problem because I don't know. Like, I'll probably just break something if I keep wandering around in the dark. And I know you're like, this, what are you doing? Why is this happening? You know, and I'm like, I don't know why it's happening either. Oh, wait. Wait. Okay, all right. So yeah, oh, okay, wait. I'm on the stairwell, it looks like. Okay, I know where I'm at. I think, okay, we're good, right? We're upstairs. Move forward. There is a bedroom in here that if I can get into, I can probably sleep. I just have to find out where the bed is. Okay, I think I can do this. I think, and you're like, what are you doing? I was like, look, I don't even know. I'm just trying to find a bed so I can go to sleep. Like, is that too much? Oh, wait, what is this? This is the toilet. I'm in the bathroom, everyone. I'm in the bathroom, not in the bedroom. Can I light a match? Is it a good idea to be wandering in the dark? I don't know. It's a long dark. What a game. You don't see anything. Oh, hold on. Maybe I can you, like, I have a torch. If I light a torch, can I then, put it out? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a question. Okay, so I have this torch. What if I use it? Oh, hey, guess what? I am in a bathroom. So, in case you wanted to know, that's where I was. I'm in a bathroom. And I'm going to just I'm going to take a nap. It's the middle of the night. I'm going to just go to sleep here. And I have to figure out how to torch actions. Yeah, that's great. I would like to turn it off. Okay. Extinguish. Okay, I did it. And I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep for, like, what? 8 hours? 6 hours? I don't know. 8 hours. I don't know what time it is. 8 hours. We're guessing. In the attempt for a corporate to try and make the hiring process less hands-on and more automated, everything is going to present preset conditions for jobs, and they'll end up asking for their dream unicorn applicants instead of realistic ones and lock out a lot of people out, and the initial filter may not even understand the nuances of a position to really judge a person's credentials. So that's true. And it's really, no, I don't want to do that. And it's really bad in academia too. Like, it's, especially when the job market's really bad. Okay, I need a trunk key. Great. When the job market's really bad, it gets even harder because all sorts of people are
Drink almost anything about now.
Oh, hey, guess what? I am thirsty. Sorry, I didn't recognize that I was thirsty as I was, so we're going to drink a bunch of food. We're going to have some condensed milk. Oh, no, we're going to just drink a bunch of water. Because we can do that. That's, The weirdest part is I've had about 5 months to anticipate the end, so yay for having worked this long, but as the severance date approaches, I'm experiencing a lot of, well, that's the last time I'll be doing that task. Oh, yeah, that's sad. I'm running into right now is, yeah. So, look, I just had a bunch of water. I'm kind of hungry. So, I can have this condensed milk, I suppose? Well, you know what, though? I think I'll wait a little bit because I still am not completely... Also, I have just got this torch in my hand, and I don't know if I... You know, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna just go and find firewood for this lady, and I mean, I just... Look, I'm a little nervous about...
I better take this food.
Yeah, I know, you probably should. Like, there's a... Ooh, okay. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. Also, I'm just carrying a torch. We're gonna go outside. We're not gonna worry about it. We're just going outside. She's asking a lot of me, is what it is. Because she wants me to gather a lot of firewood. So yeah, I don't know if you saw it. Look, I don't know if you saw the last session of Fate of Cthulhu, but Wild was so amazing. Wild was really great. Wild did a quick costume change, which I was not even expecting, where he went and put on this really amazing outfit. We need to head south to this gas station. Okay. I'm not quite certain which way is south, but we're gonna guess that maybe it's this way. It is. It's great. Did you hear anything weird? Anyway, amazing quick costume change. Such great work. Like, so good. And there's going to be more excitement next session on Saturday. I know it. And this has been a lot of fun. Fate of Cthulhu has been a lot of fun, and they are great players, and I am overjoyed is what I want to say. Yeah, I should stop carrying that torch. She's obviously not into me. Shara is so true. But I feel like I'm a torch singer right now, you know? That's all. Do you hear weird things? There are no zombies in this game, right? I feel like there are no zombies in this game, so I don't have to worry about zombies. I don't know. I feel a little distressed. Hello, Crate. I don't hear you singing torch. Oh, I mean, I can sing a torch song. I'm not gonna... Also, why am I carrying this torch out loud like this? I don't need to worry about zombies in-game. Scabinak. Are you trying to tell me something? I don't think I've ever been this far out of town. I don't think I've ever been this far. It's daytime, so I should be safe, right? So... Hey, did you, as kids, did you ever, like, dig in your backyard? I dug... Snaps with the torch hook. Yeah, I'm into it. The old department hasn't had me in a team meeting since January. Feels a lot like they don't see any point treating me like a part of the team if I'm not going to be around for the long haul. Ugh. That's no good. Yeah, by the way, I kind of forgot about a lot of things. Like, I'm gonna take it. Like, how to equip things. Like, maybe I should not be carrying this torch, but I sort of forgot, how to do things. Like, oop. Okay, well, I just did a thing, so that was cool. I know you could, but you're not singing for us, so... Oh, I see. Bad brain, heavy heart. Yeah. No, I understand. And look, you know, the thing is, we over in the Road to Aurelia, we, your players, are just here for you. Like, oh, hey, I'm well fed. Really? I have a benefit? Oh. Well, I am sort of surprised that I have any kind of benefit at all, but I will take it. I mean, I will take it. I will take the benefit for being well fed. Although I kind of look a little starved, if you ask me, but wait. What do you see up there? I see a deer and it looks like a wolf. I see deer. I feel like I should try to kill the deer, but I am not going to because
I feel my hands.
Really? Oh, because I'm cold. Right. I got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see. I see. Right now I'm cold. So I'm being a bit of a... Wait, do you hear anything creepy? Do you hear something creepy? I hope it's not a wolf, because that would be bad. I'm gonna eat the can of tuna. Is what I'm gonna do right now. The sardines. I'm a little concerned. I'm also gonna have this condensed milk. I don't know. We had a dirt driveway and dug a bike ramp that ended in a mud hole. Ooh, nice. I hope the wolf isn't chasing me, because I would not like that, is what I'm saying. I just wouldn't. Also, okay, I'm gonna leave the vehicle. Okay. So I'm getting really, really cold, and that makes me worried. Nothing interesting in here. We're gonna go into the gas station, but I'm very worried about the death situation that I got going on, the hypothermia. But, all right. So, here we go. Go inside. Maybe heat, wolf. I know. The game is like. Oh, I can turn up the volume for you all, by the way. Oh, hey. There's a person in here. A person by fire that I'm gonna stand next to. Oh. Ooh. Hey, everybody. There's fire, and I'm gonna just stand here warming up in a not die of hypothermia way, which I think is really good. Just right here. Speaking of which, can I... Here, let me do this. I'm gonna do this. What I need to do, by the way, is... I need to use my cursor and turn up the volume of the game a little bit so you can hear it a little bit better, so that it's not, you know, nothing for you all, because I do care about your lives and everything, all of that. Yeah, dude seems all right. Let's hope that dude's all right. And Rissa, I'm sorry that your work is not incorporating you. That's like really messed up. And I wish it were not that way. You know what I mean? Like, I wish it were a little bit different. I'm gonna have some kefir. Anyway, look, Wild Engineer has been doing such a good job. I love the whole cast in Fate of Cthulhu. We only have 8 sessions, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm having such a good time jamming it. Like, it's something that I'm like really excited about. So I'm just telling you all that. So, okay, am I standing up? It doesn't look like I'm standing up, does it? Okay, well, interesting. Real nice. I mean, look, I look like I'm not standing up. And that worry... Okay, there we go. Okay. Great. Okay. I'm gonna talk to this person. Okay, I'm not gonna talk to this person right now. Right now, I'm gonna... This game is so creepy, everybody. Look, I don't... Like, there are all of, like creepy sounds in this game that make me nervous. I'll just take this stack of papers. There are a lot of things that I could break down, but I'm going to not at the moment. I'm gonna just... Do you hear these sounds? They are freaking me out. Okay. So before I chat with this guy, I'm gonna just raid this place, because I feel like if we get into a fight and he tries to murder me, which maybe he won't, but if he does, I'll have already gathered everything. So that's my plan. My plan is to take everything. We'll take a bunch of things before I talk to him, and I'm sure he won't mind, right? That I'm just kind of standing around raiding things in front of him. He won't find it suspicious at all. And then when I sit down to talk to him in case he's a cannibal, I'll be fine. today was just hard. They had a wellness webinar on grief. Ooh, wedged between my career-related webinar, a meeting with someone I'm handing things over. Oof, and 2 training sessions. Busiest I've been in a long time, but kind of weird, yo-yoing emotional all day. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Who is this, by the way, paddle? Well, that seems interesting. Do I need a paddle? Not yet. Who is the person that you are handing it off to? Are they like an outsider? Ooh. Lantern fuel. Like, are they an outsider? Are they like a new person? Are they like, who are they? Who is this person that you're handing off your job to? And are they... No, it looks like it's not a weapon. It looks like something that you just break down, so that's, okay, let's see. I have a lantern. Maybe he is a... Orca gas store notice. General notice to Orca gas locations on Great Bear Island. As we are no longer in a position to ensure adequate and timely supply deliveries from our mainland distribution centers, we regret to inform you that we must reduce the frequency of our supply deliveries to once per quarter. As such, we are relaxing restrictions on using local suppliers. This applies to our remote locations only. All Orca gas locations on the mainland must continue to source their merchandise from approved providers. Well, seems... I feel like poor Bear Island is not having a good day. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they're having a no good bad day. But we're gonna take all the things we can, and should I feel guilty about this? No, but someone they kept in the UK. She would like to see me get something internal, but her concern sometimes breaks my facade. Oh. Ugh. Look, by the way, I searched the register, but it's not like I need money. I need food and things like that. But I'm gonna just continue wandering before I talk to the person because I'm a little worried. Oh, I need a hacksaw, everyone. Okay. And I've been meeting with her twice a week since January, so... Oh. So here's the thing, folks. There's a lot of stuff here that I think I could probably use, but I am a little bit over encumbered at the moment, and I feel like I have a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna take all this dog food, and I'm supposed to give her... I'm supposed to get food for this woman. The Pale Mother? No, that's not her name. Her name is something else. That's not Pale Mother. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, I feel like I need food, but it's cool. This game has really good sound design and it freaks me out. Gray Mother, thank you. Pale Mother is, there's a film, it was a really good film called Deutschland Bleiche Mutter, or otherwise known as Germany Pale Mother. And it was a film about a woman who basically, like, she's like a civilian. She's a woman who lived through, like, it's World War II. It's a World War II movie. And she's just this kind of like regular woman who gets married to a German soldier, and he of course goes off to war, and she's stuck in Berlin, and she's got a kid, and what it's like to be this like single woman. I need to watch that movie again, since to be a single woman, right, in Berlin. And then it sort of also deals with after the war, when it's actually not great because soldiers come in and they are not great to women historically. Also, it was not great. So it's a really interesting film. I watched it in my German. I took a German film class when I was an undergraduate that had like so it was a German feminist film class. It's really, really good. And I saw some great films in that class that I recommend. just in case any of you are interested, like I can give you a list of some really, really good German films that I was like, ooh, hey, I might be over encumbered, but maybe I'm, look, this is what it is, folks. Hey, I need to get her firewood for her. What do you think that means? Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you think firewood means? Do you think it means stuff that I've broken down? Or does it have to be like official firewood? But this is a lot of food that I feel like I mean, look at, I'm gonna talk to this guy, but I'm not gonna talk to him until after I take all of the food. I want you to know that, just because I'm paranoid. Oh yeah, you're right, I should eat something. You are correct, Rissa. Let me eat some beef jerky. It's stale, but I'm going to eat it. And I'm going to eat also a granola bar. Yep. And then I am going to I feel like I'm going to drink a little bit of water. And then I should... Ooh. I love how being well fed means that I get to carry more stuff. And I just can carry all the things now. Yeah, he's just super chill. You know, he's just like, yeah, taking all this stuff in here. I hope he's not like... Who do you think he is? I hope he's not mad that I'm raiding all the everything. But I am raiding all the everything, and I hope it's okay. Like, you know what? I'm sure it will be fine. You know, just I mean, I'll come back. Hey, look, Slurpees. I love Slurpees. I wish I had some Slurpees right now. But I don't. Oh, hey, look, bathrooms. It's a ladder. Huh. He could stop. Yeah, no. I feel like it's fine, right? I feel like I'm not gonna be murdered by him, unless, you know, unless he is a cannibal, and he's just wanting me to eat all the food so I fatten myself up, and then he murders me. Like, these are all possibilities. Although he does seem pretty mellow and not harmful. Given that you are a very cold place, I doubt your PC is, no, I suppose I'm not into Slurpees, but... Oh, did you see that? I'm kicking up dust, everybody. Oh, I'll just take this newsprint roll. This game, I would like to get... Ooh, bandage. I would like to get firewood? Because, so here's the thing. I need like 8,000 units, I don't know what that means, of supplies for the Grey Mother. Ooh, sports socks. And I don't know if I have a choice of how I put those things together or not. But, ooh, let's take all that water, shall we? Oh, I would love to get syrup from that slurping machine, because then I could just have like a delicious life. Ooh. I do not want to leave the store. Ooh. What about this? This will do nothing for me, everyone. Hey, look. It's an office.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Why would you want to do that? Oh, because you're over encumbered? Stop being a whiner. What you need to do is get more gear. Ooh. No. Yeah, so I think that he needs to stop whining and just embrace being a little over encumbered. And I think that if he can just embrace being a little over encumbered, then he will have a better life. You know, I think that's
This stuff will come in handy.
Ooh, firewood. Look, I just need to get back to the old lady, and then I will drop off some of this stuff. This is it. I know it's a sprained wrist, but like, I'll just walk carefully. Hey, bud. Sorry to leave you hanging like this with the storm and the power and everything. But it sounds like it's all gone to hell out the upper bridge tonight. Car's broken down, a mess. And some rich mainlander won't budge from his truck. Probably thinks we're all a bunch of bandits waiting to rip him off. Usual story. Anyway, me and Jason are going to go up there and see if we can talk to some sense into him before the storm gets even worse. I'll sort you out in the morning. Thanks. Peter. Search the abandoned truck for emergency supplies. People. This is good. Like, I might get more supplies. There's a truck. I feel like, you know what? When we first started...
Come on to my house.
Oh! Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Atomica! Hey, we have a raid. Hey, raiders. We have a raid command. We have a raid command, which I cannot access unless I do this. Raid. Wait. Raid. Boom. That's not how you spell raid. Wait. Raid. That's how you spell raid. Raiders. Atomica. I have to tell you something. Atomica. Ce n'est pas un raid. This is Badoop badoop. Hey, raiders. Hey, badoop badoop badoop. Welcome in. How are you, Atomica? Also, I just noticed that there were some bits there. And if there are bits there, then I feel like I'm going to sing We're in the Money, as sung by Ginger Rogers from the film Gold Diggers of 1933, which means I'm going to sing it in Pig Latin. And I feel like no one can stop me from doing that. Atomica says, what did you do and what does that have to do with GURPS? Well, that's a very good question. But I've been thinking, Atomica, you just made me think about what I was doing RPG-wise. I'm going to sing the song first, and then I'll tell you about what I'm doing, which is a secret. Or is it? Pig Latin. Irwain hey the anime. Irwain hey the anime. Irwain hey the anime. The ice skates are on say. Oh man, did yes and pray are you three just in wing rail. You have near rail blazing, a bread blazing, you today. And when we see the Lord woke up that we're in the money. We got a lot of what it takes to get along. That was a fast one. Atomica, what were you streaming? How did your stream go? Also, I want to give a shout out to Atomica, but I can't do it. Rissa, will you streamer Atomica for me? If you would not mind, because I would appreciate it. So I'm a little over encumbered right now because I got a little bit too enthusiastic with the looting of things, but I just feel like that's okay. That's all I'm saying. I feel like it's okay. And I feel like we just sort of accept that I have perhaps gone a little bit overboard, got a little enthusiastic. I need a pry bar, which I do not have, but I will come back and get it later. Oh, Ori in the Blind Forest. Ooh, look, driving gloves. I will take those, and I will, wear them later. At some point, I also have new socks. Like, how many pairs of socks can you wear? Can you, like, wear all of the socks? Can you wear, like... Do you see what I'm saying? Like, can I wear, like, 5 pairs of socks in this game? Oh, I'm just taking everything in here. You're not seeing the game. You're right. Here you go. Boom. Boom. I glued my... Yeah. Cold Drake. glue that beard back on. It was scary. Like, I was hoping to, like, freak everybody out because it is freaky. And now I've got to think about what that means. I probably should have saved the shaving for, like, a better disguise role, but, you know, you do your best. You do your best. Game. Oh, book. Oh. Source of... What do you think that means, eventually a source of knowledge? What do you think that means? Do you see what I'm saying? What do you think? Ooh. Look, I'm going to take all these things and be over-encumbered. Because if there's one thing I really like in my life, it's being over-encumbered. Also, why do you think it's only eventually... Oh. A source of knowledge, not one right now. It's really, really awesome platformer. It's what I've been playing after beating Rain World. Oh, I've heard about Ori and the Blind Forest. I've heard good things about it. Speaking of Rain World, you know. The way the Magic Face app did things, it turned your goatee into a very... Coldrake, it totally did. I had this super pointy chin. It was super odd. Still think you looked a bit like a very, very young James Earl Jones. Did you know I met James Earl Jones? He was in San Francisco doing the play Master Harold and the Boys. And I went to go and see it with my mom. My mom and I went to see it together, and she made this piece of art for him. And so we got to go to his dressing room after the show, and she gave him this piece of art that she made for him. And I got to, like, meet James Earl Jones. I was like, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 years old, something like that. It's very cool. Yeah, it was very, very cool. If you don't read it, it might... Oh, that's true. I think you're right, Rissa. If I don't read it, it might as well be kindling. Atomica says, oh, you just beat it. I'm going to play a weird puzzle game called Choochil next Thursday, then going to do Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Oh. Huh. History of the Collapse, Part 1. In the the ongoing global economic crisis, fueled by continued political instability in the US and Europe, contributing to increasing volatility in the financial markets, led to the sudden catastrophic collapse of the Canadian and, in general, the North American banking system. This immediately rendered Canadian currency worthless, triggered superinflation of the US dollar, and all trade and economic activity promptly shifted to the Chinese yuan or cryptocurrencies a la Bitcoin. Crippled economically, Canada was brought under the financial oversight of the North American Economic Zone, NAEZ, which positioned Canada as a kind of protectorate of a larger US-based economic bloc. From this point forward, the majority of economic activity became centralized on Canada's already densely urbanized population, with smaller rural and remote communities being essentially cut off. Without a local economic lifeline, many of these communities had become dependent on for their continued existence. Most rural or remote communities became hollowed out as people fled to urban areas in search of greater economic stability. Ooh. That's no great. That's no great. I've not played the Ori games, but watched a few streamers. Ooh. Yeah, the style of art is really good. So, I feel like, what bedroll? I'm gonna take it. Also, I'm clearly super overburdened. But, now that I've picked up many things, and I cannot walk quickly or else I'll sprain my ankle, why don't I have a chat with Mysterious Guy? Because maybe he'll tell me things that'll be great. Hello, Mysterious Guy.
Well, another stranger. Have you escaped the town?
Escape the town?
Oh, save.
No, I just arrived.
Right.
Not a refugee from the highways,
Right.
then. You look weary, traveler. Come, warm yourself by the fire.
Coldrick is
Who
like,
are you?
overloading is bad.
I'm nobody. But you can call me Methuselah.
Methuselah and Grey
I'm
Mother.
here to witness the passing of an age.
It's very mysterious.
What do you mean, the passing?
Don't you see the signs?
I don't know, Methuselah. So, recap. So here's the recap. I am a pilot, and I'm guessing ex-wife or estranged wife, this is my guess, you know, asked me to go and fly her to a place so that she could do a thing, which she's a doctor. She has a case that has to do with medicine, probably. There's some mysteriousness. Plane crash, being chased by monsters, wolves, almost dying, hypothermia. Made it to this town, which is completely abandoned. Although raiders came in and like attacked some people, and I think including my estranged wife. So I think that I need to find these bandits. But the Gray Mother, this old woman in a house, has information which she won't tell me until I set her up for life, i.e. get her some firewood and some food, which is what I'm doing right now. Although I'm mostly getting food, not firewood. I need to work out the balance between firewood and food here. And now we've run into this strange guy named Methuselah, so we're gonna ask about the town? I did say monsters, I just meant really wolves is what I meant. I just really meant wolves.
What is this town? I don't recall seeing it on any maps.
This is Milton. Paradise Lost.
Our Methuselah
It's a town
is
of
literary.
the old world, discarded, left behind. You won't find much hope.
Thanks
I need
a
to
lot.
find my friend.
I'm not sure you'll find any friends here.
Okay. You have to quit hanging outside strange cabins in the woods. Wolves everywhere. It's true. Werewolves. Werewolves. Why was I thinking about werewolves? Why was I thinking about werewolves, everybody? Why was that? Why was I thinking about... Did I... Wait. I think I had a dream, everyone. I had a dream maybe last night. Well, there's some of the Judds. Had a Witcher PTSD. That's what it is. Thank you, Coldrake. It's The Witcher. That's what it was. So like, why am I thinking about werewolves? Where is it? Was it a dream? I did have a dream the other night, but it wasn't about werewolves. It was something else. It might have been about werewolves. It's The Witcher. It's The Witcher. Thank you. I was like, why are werewolves in my mind? The Witcher, huh? Ooh. I appreciate you all very much.
Any idea why all the cars are stalled and left behind?
Atomic
They
Hollow.
all stopped running.
Post-stream stuff, I
People
understand it.
abandoned them. Nothing but metal coffins now.
You always this cheerful?
My heart weeps for you, stranger. My days are nearly finished. But you'll have to live with what remains.
Wow. All right, Guy. Why is Guy so, you know, cheery?
You seem oddly familiar, old man.
Really?
Is that right?
Ooh.
Yeah. And this whole place feels strange.
Scabbing, I have to tell you something.
Empty.
The quakes changed everything here years ago. Great Bear's back was broken, and it's been laid low ever since.
Then what are you still doing here?
Aren't we here to witness an apocalypse of an apocalypse, you and I?
No?
No one thought the world would end this way. But how could they not have seen it?
Okay.
It's probably just the storm. Power failure. I'm sure everything will be back to normal in a few days.
I'm not sure anything will ever be back to normal.
That I probably agree with, to be honest. That's fine. Okay, so, Scabinak, you talked about Oppenheimer and the bomb. And also, I think I need more volume on this, but we'll get there. I have some positive, nerve-wracking errand on money. You should tell me what it is. Wait, Coldrake says, I went to a church service once and the preacher kept talking like Methuselah. I'm glad I'm dying soon so I don't have to worry about how the world is turned to... Wow, that seems very uplifting and positive. That seems great. Look, so what I wanted to tell you was, in the GURPS book, Technomancer, which is a modern day setting with magic, the conceit is there wasn't magic in the world at all until... the testing of the first of the atomic bomb, when Oppenheimer says, I am become death, destroyer of worlds. Apparently the bomb in that phrase complete a ritual that then allows magic to flood into the world. And so there is magic in the world starting from that moment. And so it's a setting wherein magic comes into the world fairly late, and so then you have to sort of merge magic and technology. Technomancer. Aneo, how are you? How are you? Oppenheimer tore a rift. That's right. Oppenheimer tore a rift in the dimensions, and then boom. I never went back, but yes, that message stuck. Yeah. So, like, isn't that cool? Yeah, it's really neat. Nice when games can find a rational explanation for introduced magic. And what I thought was cool about it was that magic looked different than it did in a lot of settings, because it wasn't just modern day with fireballs, but it was more like, how do you start integrating magic when you already have this technology? So you have a lot of technological magic. It's interesting, and it's a very different direction than starting with a medieval fantasy and then introducing technology, where the base is medieval fantasy with magic, and then you introduce technology. So then you have like robots run by magic, or robots run by magic, or flying ships run by magic, where like the technology is fueled by magic. Instead, this is actually a different direction, which I think is actually pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Aneo is getting used to working 9 to 5. I need to take more breaks throughout the day. Yes, you do. Also, how is your job working on, like...
I'm looking for my friend.
Terminator cars.
She was with me when my plane crashed. But it looks like she must have made it out alive.
Oh, you know what I didn't do?
Have you seen anyone pass by here?
There's a thing I need to do.
Many people have passed.
Come on.
All have gone into the town.
Are you...
I haven't seen any come back.
Could you... This person is not helpful, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Go safely, and good luck to you.
Okay.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
All right. It's fine. I'm going to talk to you one more time. Do you have anything else you want to tell me?
Go safely.
No.
And good luck to you. I hope you find what you're looking for.
So, there's a lot of stuff in here that maybe I could use for firewood, but I'm going to see if I can save. With food... Okay, I need to figure out... Oops, save the game. Because... what is this? 1717 945 10. So we'll do this one. Confirm. Accept. Boom. And the Terminator cars are going steady along. I haven't killed anyone. Wait, you haven't killed anyone yet? I feel like you're not doing your job. You got to work on that one, is what I'm trying to say. Also, do you feel that you prep too much for RPGs and need to stress less over feeling underprepared because it's fine? So yeah, I should eat food. There's different. I think what I would say is there's different kind of prep for RPGs. That's what I think. I'm gonna have a soda. I don't know what the difference is between these. Like, I don't know why this one's a 27% and why this one is a 91%. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know what that means. But I'm going to drink it. We're going to go back to this lady's house as quickly as we can. Caffeine? Maybe. Maybe. Oh, Atomica, that's a good idea. How much is left in the can? That is a good idea. I am over encumbered. I'm just gonna go as quickly as I can without breaking my legs to this woman's house, and I'm gonna just drop a bunch of stuff off. And we can come back out to this gas station, you know, after I drop things off. And hopefully we won't run into anything super dangerous. It'll be pretty chill. Just filling up the, like, because look, if we can get the information from her, then our life will be better. Like a closed van versus, yeah. Oh, I think you're right, Atomica. Or the car, yeah. So, for me, Aneo, it depends on the kind of prep that I'm doing. For me, there's different kinds of prep based on different types of games. So, for example, there are games wherein... How do I put this? Okay. What is the system like? Is the first question that I have to ask myself. If it is a system that I can improvise stats, like if somebody, like, so if it's a system where somebody says, oh, I find a guard and punch them in the face, can I improvise what a guard is like? Or do I have to actually stat out guards? So GURPS, I can improvise a guard, no problem. Although I usually do like a generic guard I usually have up, but I can improvise a guard, no problem. Fate, I can improvise a guard, no problem. D&D, I'm probably gonna be looking up a monster manual stuff. Do I need maps? Do I not need maps? So a lot of it depends on like how much. Ooh, this is hard to describe because there's different types of prep for me. All right, hold on. Firewood bin. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, let's firewood. Firewood. Okay. I don't know if she needs other things because this is like a Tinder plug. I don't know if that counts for her or not. But what if I put a Tinder plug in there and just see what happens? If that'll count for anything. Okay, it does. Okay. It does. This is good. This is good to know. So I can put I can put things that are not just strictly firewood in there as well. Let me put these stacks of papers in there. Let me put some more plugs in there because I don't know how much they're good for, but and I've got some wood matches and I can maybe put... Did you hear that? What was that? Not a lot. Too bad you can't build a sled to drag it all to see if it looks. I wish. Yeah, it looks like any combustibles, right? And they each have a weight value, so probably some are weighted more than others, which actually means I might be able to... Look, and I can probably do a little bit of coal. Coal, I imagine, is really good, but how about if I give her 3 coal? And then maybe I can give her like 5 of these cat o' nine tails. What are we looking at? 6. So that's actually pretty good, right? And I feel like I might be able to... I'm feeling pretty good about this, right? How about if I... You know what? I think you're right about how many matches are left. Or... I don't know, maybe it's quality? I'm going to transfer all of those wood matches over. And this newsprint. Okay. Oh, that wasn't worth a whole lot. Yeah, this... Coldrake, I want to know too. I want to know what these violins are about. Chair. I'm going to hatchet this. It'll take an hour. But I'm going to break it down because maybe it will also be worth something. And I can just put it in that wood bin and... Because if I can... Look, if I can, like, just fill this up. Yeah, this is good, everybody. I just need to get a bunch of reclaimed wood. And... Yeah, this is what I need. I need reclaimed wood. And then I'm going to take some things back from her, and I think it'll be really good. Yeah, that blood splatter is super disturbing, and I'm feeling not great about it, but... I'm gonna put things in her fridge. And I do also need to eat food myself, so I'm going to just have a little bit of beef jerky, which I feel great about. I'm gonna have also this nuts and stuff. Okay, and then I'm gonna have soda. And boom, I feel great about it. Okay. Oh. When I'm doing prep for D&D, I often find myself scoping out every NPC encounter, which can become overwhelming. Oh, no. Yeah, no. So for me, what I do for when I'm prepping, it depends on the kind of prep I'm doing. So let's put the moldy beef jerky in there, and then let's put dog food in there, and let's put some of these peaches. I think I put all the peaches in there. Okay, what are we looking at? Oh, hey, that wasn't bad, everybody. So for me, when I prep in a particular order, and that order is I prioritize things I have to show the players first. So like my first priority is, what is this? A tin of coffee. Oh, so my first priority is things that I have to show the players. So, maps, if there are maps that I have to show them, I will prep that first. Okay, let me think. Does she not like coffee? My dinner was too much salad. Oh. Maybe sometimes it's better if you just make a list of names. Sometimes positions, jobs, and basic stats. Yeah, yes. So I will... What is this? Crackers. More dog food. Gosh, I feel like, oh... I'm a little worried about how much food she needs and whether or not I will be able to survive. Well, I'm going to put all of this coffee in there. I will put this tin of sardines. And I suppose I'll put a bit more soda in there. This does not leave me with a lot. Wow. Okay. I suppose coffee isn't really food. So this is, let me see what happens if I take the coffee back. So she's at 6,800. And let's see, oops, what happens if I take, so 6,800. Let's see what happens if I take the coffee. Remember, 6,800. Let's see how much of a difference it makes. Oh, wow. None. Okay, everybody. Coffee does not make a difference at all. Okay. So let's see if there are things, other things that make a difference. So I'm going to assume yeah, thank you for this one, folks. We probably should have paid attention to that just to see what was up there. I'm going to assume that this beef jerky does. Time to make a bow so you can take down a deer, some wolves. Yeah, I really need to kill some deer, but I don't. Yeah, that's what I need. I really do. Oh, Koldik, I really need to do that and not spend. Oh no, you don't need to do that. Hold on a second. Let me take this back. We're at 6,800. Okay, so that was worth some. We're going to be a little bit systematic about this because I really want to address your topic, Anio, because I think it's actually quite important. I'm going to assume this dog food is worth something. It is. It looks like it's worth a lot, actually. So let me put that dog food back. I'm going to take out one of these sodas. See what we're looking at there. Worth some, but not as much as you'd think. Let me put in, what do we got? Peaches. Worth a decent amount, the peaches. I'm gonna get myself some peaches. You know the song. There's a song. And then the sardines, how much are those worth? Huh, they're worth a decent amount. I'll put them back. I do, okay. And then I feel like we'll just sardines it. Oh. That might have been a little bit too much. Let me take, oh. There we go. All right, hold on. I feel like we have hit a certain number, and if I can, okay, so I think I might... I wonder if I can take anything else out. Millions, thank you, millions of peaches. Thank you. So when it comes to prep a Neo, I know. Okay. I don't think I can take anything else out. I think I just gave her all the food and that is what it is. Also, I don't have a lot of, oh, it's getting dark. Oh, you know what though? Hey, I have an idea. I have some things that I put away that I might be able to pick up and, just put in there. So look, when it comes to prep, these are things that I'm thinking about. There's different kind of prep. I tend to... I'm gonna just take all this, because that seems to be worth a lot. What I tend to do is I take things that are... I do the things that I have to give to my players first. There's also long and short prep. Oh, I know. I want all the peaches myself, but, you know, I feel like I don't get to have them. Why don't I... see what we're looking at there? Oh, we're very close. We're very close. I'm gonna actually walk out and hack something to death with an axe. Wait, did you hear something violent and animal-like? I don't feel good about that. Did you hear something dangerous? Hey, did you... Do you hear something that sounds very much like a wolf? Did you hear that? This game, man, it's freaking me out. I just feel like there's like a bad thing just not far away. And like, okay. I am going to finish what I was planning on doing. I'm gonna just go into this credit union, which will be fine, right? It'll just be fine. In the credit union, I'm gonna find some things I can hack to pieces. Okay. It is dark in here. Cool, cool, cool. Going to use my torch. I also actually really feel like, I am not still over encumbered. I am no longer over encumbered, which I feel real good about. People, I was kind of stressed out by those terrible animal noises. I just wanted you to know that. Just plank, chair. Okay, I need a hacksaw. Chair, plank. Sweet. We're good. Oh, you know, I'm just regularly encumbered. It's fine. Okay. It's getting kind of dark. I feel like it's the long dark, you know what I mean? Oh, hey, look.
This will come in handy.
There's a little hat. Oh, there's this, y'all, there are all these things I wanted to share with you, but I haven't done yet because I've just been sort of busy and not been paying attention, and I apologize for me not sharing all these things I wanted to share with you. I'm going to try not to let me forget that I want to share something with you, before I end the stream. That will be my my goal, is to not forget this thing. There was a scarf in the office. Music. I've been like threatening to play some of my weird experimental music for you guys for just like a gazillion years, and I keep forgetting to do it. And I thought, oh, I should probably not forget this time to play some of my weird experimental music. And I am going to do that this time. I'm going to not forget to, you know. Also, I feel like I am running out of torch, which I am, in case anybody wants to know. And pretty soon, it'll be death. Okay, we're gonna... Okay, so I need light. Okay, that's not great. Hey, Balrog, how are you? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I am burned out. Okay, well, I will harvest it, I suppose. Did you hear anything? Balrog, how are you doing? By the way, Balrog's awesome. She's one of the coolest, and I just want you to know it in case you were... This game, just letting you know that it kind of freaks me out. Okay, all right, great. Ooh. Oh. Yes, okay. Here we are. Here we go. All right. Hey, Drenbar, how are you doing? Coming from a swing and a jazz channel. Ooh. What was the, oh, music. What was happening? First off, okay, so can you give me more information about the channel you were on? Because I'm also a music person, I'm very interested, you know, in what was going on in that channel. And because, you know, the DMCA is super terrible and they are making it worse in our lives all the time. So I'm just curious as to what was happening on the channel. Was because, you know, irritating. I do not remember the tumblers. Yeah. So Drenbar, please say, is also, I'm not one of the coolest. Oh, I was in a horror short shot. It was Diane. She's very good at GM. She was super creepy in the best way. I was a big fan of it. I also see mention of Jean-Michel Jarre. Can I ask the context? Oh, I don't even know. Oh, I had this concept for the game of a character who was very excited about the bad things. You know how sometimes there are bad, scary, bad things in the world? And some people's characters are like, ooh, bad things. That sounds great. Why don't I do more of that? Why don't I just really enjoy the bad things? And that was nice. Okay, everybody. I have fulfilled my objective. People think that I'm not productive in games. I'm productive in games. Apparently cooked food is better than non-cooked food. Okay. People, I want you to know that I have done a good job. I am going to save, though, right now, because I feel like that's what you do. And, okay. Whew. Wait. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's right. Thank you, Caldrake. I can be productive in games, maybe. It's the granny. Yeah, so, I was thinking about, because I have done composition, like electronic music experimental composition. And I've been threatening everybody to play one of my pieces, at the end of this, at the end of one of my streams. I just haven't done it yet. So I figured I should probably do that. And I will. Just don't let me forget. And then I'll pick one of the pieces and play it for you all before I go. Okay. So I was super productive. I actually did things. I've also watched you stand around for 45 minutes in Outer Worlds while you discuss the level shift in Hard Rock. Oh, well, that's like, I mean, that's true. I mean, those things are important. So okay. Also, enduring the quiet apocalypse will require survival skills. Find the collectibles that can teach you important survival skills. So, find, harvest, and prepare some medicinal flora native to the Great Bear Island. Store all the cooked or craft items in your backpack to complete the lesson before trading affliction. So I need to make tea, apparently. All right, well, I'll do that. I'll make tea. I can make tea. Do people think I can't make tea? I can do that. I'm like capable of making tea. Whatever. People don't care about my feelings. What is this? Reishi mushrooms. I'm gonna take them all. And these are rose hips. I will do all of that. And, yeah. Boom. So I've had a friend tell me this game is a lot of fun. I'd love to have your opinion. I think they help healing, right? Oh, you actually have? Oh, how is it? Is it? Tell me about it. So I'm going to try to make this tea, is what I'm going to try to do. I'm not quite certain how to do it, but I feel like it probably involves a recycled can. And, okay. Oh, wait. There, right? Cook, and then I think also probably, water. Cook. Right? I don't know where I got the snow, but it's fine. And then I think I just, once it's melted, I probably have to put the, I'm guessing, right? Put the in there. This is what I'm assuming. Leave it. Look, we're just doing our, so do I like the game? Yes, I think it's interesting because it's, it is not as easy as you think it is. Like, it's a little bit like, you're like, oh no. It's when I first started, it was pretty brutal is what I want to say. It was a pretty brutal thing when I first started because I, was dying. And let me just do this. There we go. But there's an interesting, but once we got into a town, we got a bit of an interesting mystery. So that's kind of exciting. Let me jump out of here. Non-potable water. I've got to wait 19 minutes before it's boiled. That's all right. So let me make some more things. You know, I can just make one of these. It's a blend with cinnamon and orange with earthy mush. Ooh, ooh, that sounds really good. How you doing? 4 minutes. First few times we died. Oh my gosh, the beginning was really rough. Several deaths. It has a bit of a learning curve, is what I'm trying to say. But okay, hold on, and then I'm going to try to. Oh, I actually have more rose hip. Okay, so I'm going to try to. Hold on. No, I don't want that. I want to. No, I want to. No. Okay, hold on. Let's see. If I. So. Oh, I think I don't have enough. I don't have enough rose hips. I need more rose hips and mushrooms. So I thought I had. No, okay, hold on. Okay, no, I'm gonna just, drink it. Just gonna drink the water. Maybe what I need to do is cook. Okay, this is what I do. I'm gonna cook the rose hips. Okay. There we go. I think that's what I just had to do. That was it. Death by wolves, death by cold, death by hunger. There's a lot of death in the beginning. You play Soulsborne game to relax. Yeah, so you can die from injury. Like, there's like a lot of ways, I think, to die in this game. Also, I probably should eat some food and sleep at some point in time. But the art style's pretty cool. I like the, there's a bit of a mystery. I don't think there's anything supernatural, which I also sort of enjoy. Dreamers, I love this game. I never get anywhere and still return to it. Yeah, and there's a kind of a neat sort of sense of discovery. Like, so the very first time I was like dying of hunger and I saw a rabbit and I was like, oh, if I hit this rabbit with this stone, then I can kill it and then I can eat it and that'll be cool. And it was really hard to hit the rabbit with a stone. Let me take it. And let me cook more rose hips. So basically I was like, oh, you know what? I wonder if I could, you know what I realized? I've got multiple cans and I could probably cook more than one thing at the same time, right? Like I could probably be more efficient right now. And I feel very excited about the fact that maybe I should stop being a goober and I could just be more efficient. No. That's not, oof. Stop it. Sorry. I think what I want is, can? Maybe I can't. Can't. Get it? Can't. Maybe I can. See, look, I can. Look at that. See what I'm saying to you? What is this? Right, I'll just take it. No! Dang it! Sorry, I did not mean to actually drink the tea. That was a problem. I messed up. Sorry. That was like that was the worst. But I will not mess up this time. I'm just gonna make it and it'll be fine. Goober, SGB, it is true. It is true. Does the game encourage you to keep going? Oh, that's a good question. I do the can. Trooper, I do. I apologize for drinking tea. I find that there's so the game starts like you're trying to find your person, which I think is basically your estranged wife is probably how I would read your relationship with this person. It's a little unclear to me, but there's a bit of a mystery there, and like she's currently missing, and where is she is a good question. And you're trying to find her. So I do find there to be enough to keep going for me at least. A strange or strange wife. Okay, look, I'm gonna take these rose hips teas. I'm going to take it, not drink it. Take it, not drink it. Okay. And I'm gonna try to do these mushrooms. And if I can, and then I think I'm like really good when it comes to, I think I'm really good when it comes to, oh, I'm just losing a lot of water. It's cool. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Okay, so I'm going to play a piece of my experiment, but remember, please note, it's going to be like experimental, and you know, it'll be weird. At the end, I'm going to do that for y'all. Sometimes the thing that keeps you moving is just trying to survive, to prove that you can survive another 3 minutes. I think that's true. What else did I want to tell you? There was something else. Oh, we were talking about prepping. For RPGs, it depends on the system, right? So, is her case with you or is it with her somewhere? I have her case, actually. So one of the things, so a system like D&D, I find is a system where I have to prep more because, oh, can I not cook anymore? Interesting. I'm gonna just make some water. While we're here, I'm gonna just, do a little bit of water making because I feel like I don't have enough. Boom. All right. So D&D is a system that I find I cannot improvise some of the details because of the way that it's crunchy. So with D&D, I'll make sure I prep antagonists. If there's a map I need, I'll do maps. For a game like City of Light and Shadow, where I can improvise generic bad guys, like that's not particularly difficult. I don't need to prep that. What I tend to do with City of Light and Shadow is I did a lot of prep before the game started in terms of knowing the sort of the world, and I will tend to do prep for that'll be good for a couple of sessions in a row, like, okay, where are we at in the dates? We're December 8th, what's happening in the next few weeks? Like, I'll try to like figure out all the main things that are happening in December historically, and I'll do a lot of research on the historical details for December. Although some of y'all are getting Le Monde, I've got to figure out how to get, some of you are doing really good jobs with getting the weather, the actual historical weather, which I think you're getting from Le Monde, and so I really, really, really need to do that because I love that. That is so good. And then I'll do that, and then sometimes if there's something very specific that I need to research, like I had to research abortion rights in occupied France. That was a thing I had to do for a bit. Then I had to sometimes there's kind of specific research holes that I'll get into. Some of them are really ridiculous. Like, I did way too much research on mentions and dispatch so I could actually make the citations that Regina and Doris got, and I have almost finished with them. And once they're complete, and I mean, I'm going to post them on I'm going to post them at one point so you can see them, but I'm going to tell you I got a little bit ridiculous because that is my life. But for the game itself, for each session itself, the first question I have to ask is, are there any handouts or maps that I have to give them? Probably not. Are there any NPCs that I have to detail that I cannot improv? Probably not. So usually what I'm thinking about is, okay, I need 3 things of which I probably won't get to all 3. What are 3 things that are happening in the world at this moment based on their actions and what's going on that might happen, right? So for last session, I thought about, what are we going to do with Tango and Oscar? I need to sort of, there are things that I think are important to highlight. Like, I need to show Oscar at the office. I need to show Tango with his buddy Sigmund, because those are things they've been working on. All right, so that should be fine. What's happened in the office? Okay. So, like, that's not that big of a deal. I don't really have to do a lot of prep. I have to just, really what I need to do is, think, right? I have to, think about what's going on with them. And then after I've done that, I have to think about, okay, well, what are the other things I need to know? What other events? And I said, oh, well, I said, for example, here, let me do this. I said, for example, I knew that we had already I already floated that there was going to be, that there was like a shipment of heroin coming in. And I thought, I imagine that they might be interested in that. So let me think about that. And I was like, okay, what else do I need to think about? Like, I figure if you get, if I plan 3 things that I know are going on, that'll probably be more than enough, because they probably won't get to all 3. And I also then leave space for them to do what they want to do. So that tends to be how I like, for any given session, I think of 3 things that I can come up with that make sense, and then let them do their thing. And then I think, do I need anything specific for those 3 things? If they happen. You have the depth of my research, but sometimes what if I do too much? I don't, I fell into the rabbit hole when looking at how same-sex relations were in the US, UK, Europe before World War II. Oh yeah, but a lot of that stuff, a lot of the research I've already done before, because this is part of my interest. And then I go and research the lunar cycles of 1899. Right? I'm just saying. Sometimes making a game session like an overhead bullet point presentation, then dress those points a little, then very generic. Yeah, most of the things that I do, a lot of the research I do that's very detailed are like details, right? Like, I really wanted to know about abortion rights, right? So, for example, they guillotined a woman for providing abortions in 1943. That was the last woman guillotined for providing abortions, I believe it was 1943, but they guillotined people, is what I'm trying to tell you. It's like, oh, I need to know that, because I needed to know that so that I could sort of know a little bit more about the character of Hannah and what her motivations were, and what kind of things she's up to and things like that. And that gave me a little bit more detail, and all those little things help me when it comes to improvising story detail, right? So I did all that research on abortion, the state of abortions during Vichy France, and now I can improvise things, right? And then I did a bunch of research on you do these little research holes that become interesting to you, and then they turn into things that you can improvise later. So a lot of my research is not prep for the session specifically. A lot of it is just prepping to get to know the time and place, so that when I'm in the game, I can improvise more freely. So it's mostly like practicing your scales is more what it's like. Do you approach prep for a stream game similar to regular home games where you don't have the additional audience? Yes, I do. I approach them the same. Coldrick worries about Hannah. Whew, there are questions. Ania says, I've been homebrewing a lot for my new group, and I guess just got stuck on trying to completely rewrite a D&D campaign instead of doing exactly that, Coldrick. Yeah. By the way, the name game. Come on, everybody. I say, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. morning will appear. And then I say bo out of B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Half-arsed hermit, half-arsed hermit, half-arsed hermit, half-arsed hermit, banana, fanner, fo, half-arsed hermit, fee, fi, mo, half-arsed hermit. Half-arsed hermit. Woo! Hey, Big Love, thank you for that resub. 10 months. Oh my goodness. 10 months. That's already like, that's 1 month past a Twitch baby already. Hey, everyone. Hey. There's a thought, I was thinking about this. We're talking about campaign prep for a moment. You want to be familiar enough with the settings so that when you have to wing something, you have a whole tapestry to pull from you. Thank you, Half-Arsed. I did try. I had a friend that almost spent 18 months creating his world, and yes, you can spend all your time creating. Yeah, so for me, I don't think you need to know the world. Balrog says it makes it easier to give that immersion to your players and also to keep the flow so you don't have to just stop in the middle. So for me, everybody preps their campaigns really differently, right? Depending on what kind of a campaign you're prepping. I tend to run sandbox wherein I don't have a plot for me. Like I have my plot and then I have to plan my whole plot because I don't tend to work that way. What I tend to do is I tend to plan forces, right? Like, so like me, I'm like, okay, here's a location. I don't need the entire world because they're not going to start there. So I just need the starting spot, and I need to know what are for me the way that I prep. When I'm running sandbox, if I'm running something that's not a sandbox, that's different. But if I'm running a sandbox, because I'm doing like a directed character sandbox, I have to think, what are the major forces that are exerting pressure on this world? And I want to make sure I have conflicting pressures, and how are the characters going to be impacted by that, right? So, for example, when I started Koloss in session 1, I knew that the SS and the military intelligence were conflicting pressures. The military intelligence wanted to do this. The SS wanted to do this. They were in a conflict with each other over who was going to have power. So I knew that those were two pressures, but I also knew that the players were not going to really think about the SS just yet, so I didn't have to worry about that too much. I knew that I wanted to highlight in session 1, but also I didn't quite know the characters fully yet. I had to sort of get to know them. I wanted to have a tension between basically not having, like, basically deprivation, right? Not having things, and having things. I wanted to start talking about the beginnings to start like capturing people, pulling people in, and like the actions of basically action and inaction. I wanted them to sort of think about, do you do things, do you not do things, right? So some of it was conceptual. And so I'm thinking, okay, I want some of these larger forces. I want people with different agendas. I want that in there, and we'll see then how they're going to be pulled into it. And as long as I know what the large forces are and what they want, then I can improv most of it. Like, I just tend to need to know like who the forces are, what they want, and then I improv. Coldrick says, but you can make a paragraph or two that highlights a person or place or a village or history point, kind of like how the D&D Player's Handbook has a short example for each class or race. Your mentor looks at you with a frown. How are you going to learn to control for your... Yeah. And so for me, it's... I can, there is a tool that I use sometimes to, if you're like feeling the need to prepare, like there's a thing that I can do. It's, oh yeah, I do want to talk to the Grey Mother. I want to talk to the Grey Mother. So a thing that I do, it's a thing that I picked up from somewhere else. It's a 731. 731. 731. Is that right? 731? 731. You did not research everybody. I did not. You only researched the Gestapo building, the Bricktop, and most of that stuff I didn't do in the beginning, right? Like when I started, I didn't know the address of where the Gestapo headquarters was. I just knew that there was one. But then when it came up, then I looked for it. So a lot of these things you don't have to know until you need to know them. And the airfield, yeah, and most of those things I did afterwards, right? Like I knew that the bunker, like when I first said they went to an airstrip 50 miles outside of Paris, that's what I said. You went to an airstrip 50 miles outside of Paris, and so there's a barn, there's all this stuff. And then afterwards, like, okay, where was that? And then I did research and I found out where it was because I was obsessive, but I didn't have to. But I actually did find out exactly where it was. And it helped me later because it helped me with the sub-faction, right? That particular faction of like Maquis up there. I didn't have to, I did. And then when I went and I found where the bunker was on Coriolis Street, which I thought was really funny, that helped me because I was like, oh, okay, if it's out here, that means we're in a warehouse district. So that means I could improvise that. And also that it's connected to a bunch of underground mines like the Necropolis, but not connected because it's on the other side of the Seine. Oh, that's interesting. So there's a way in which you often don't need to do research until you need to do research, but you don't need to do it ahead of time very often. You just need kind of a bit of an overview, and then you can do it when you need it. It was a post-session fever, indeed. Yep. But like you often don't need to. Oh, so anyway, it's the seven. I will tell you what. I will not tell you until we get done. Is that right? Is that right? Oh, Paris is built on a Swiss cheese of crypts and wine cellars. It is, which is super interesting. Speaking of which, this was a thing that I wanted to do earlier, and now we have better color. There we go. I was like, why didn't I do that? It has to be wavered, but I'm sure Trooper is right about everything. No, so basically, I find that there's a lot. You know what? I'm going to tell you once we get out of this game. I'm not going to tell you now. I'm going to talk to I'm going to talk to her. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to her. And then, and after I talk to her, no, put it away, There we go. Then I'm going to tell you about this tool that you may find super, super useful. Yeah, I'm going to ask about this old man.
On the way into town.
Anio, I have a tool for you.
An old man.
I have a tool for you.
Glasses, big beard, walking stick. He seemed a little odd.
Doesn't sound like anyone from Milton.
Probably not, no.
Most of the elderly have gone. Or died. I'm the only one left. The only one from
I do have
old
music.
days.
Yeah, so for me, and this is partly how I work, that if I know people's motivations, then I don't need to know the details because I can make it up as we go.
The old man outside of town.
I'll be...
Methuselah. He said
Oh, I
he'd
love
seen
Grace
other
Jones. Balrog wants my opinion on Grace Jones. I love
no.
Grace Jones.
Other outsiders?
There's
possible.
a lot to say about Grace Jones. She's amazing.
Maybe my friend was with them.
She's
If
amazing.
they were outsiders, they might have stayed in the old schoolhouse. In the months after the quakes, people used to huddle there for the warmth of the school's old coal burner. Rare outsider coming through Milton might stay there the night. If your friend came through Milton, chances are she ended up there.
If you've not seen Grace Jones' one-man show, which is like an hour-long concert special, that is amazing. So much. Oh, and Grace Jones is so interesting because she was... I teach this class on Black Divas, and she's not currently my playlist because I can only do 13 divas total, really 12 and a half, and she's not currently in there, and I'd have to drop somebody in order to put her in, but I would really love to put her in there because she's basically the AIDS diva, right? She was the diva that came to her big prominence basically in the height of the AIDS crisis, and all of her fan base died. And it caused her so much stress and trauma that she kind of just dropped off the map for a while. And she would fit really, really well into my syllabus. I just have to figure out who I'm going to drop to put her in there, and that is not an easy thing to ask.
Have you been able to remember anything else about that night? Anything that might help me find my friend?
Oh, the Hurricane album's good.
I'm back in that night. Wind howling. Voices passing through town. I can hear them. Just outside the window. It's windy, but the voices carry. They are yelling. Her voice, it passes through town. She's running. She's alone, calling for help. But no one comes.
Why didn't anyone help her?
Yes. Why didn't they? They should have. They should have found her before it was too late.
What are you saying?
Anything else you can remember might help.
They said men came from the tunnel.
Tunnel.
What about the tunnel?
The only way out of Milton. The only way through the mountains. It's the only way she could have gone.
View to Kill was your introduction to her. I think it might have been Conan for me. I just kept thinking no, I think I saw her music videos first. Why was she? Because she's amazing. Then I read about how powerful of a person and personality she was. Oh no, she's Jamaican. This amazing. I mean, she's and she was really good friends with Keith Haring, the artist who died of AIDS. She was such a fascinating figure. Really interesting, very challenging. Really worthy of being my Black Divas course. It's just that I'd have to like drop somebody to put her in there, and it's real hard. I mean, like, she would fit right there in the 80s, and it's, why is this my life? Okay. Grandmother thinks something happened at the tunnel leading out from Milton. Okay. So this is what? This looks like a... Search for the tunnel leading out of Milton. All right. Which is, what is this? Spruce Bridge Falls. Okay. Town of Milton. This is her house. This here is St. Christopher's Church. So there are a number of things in here that I should... oh, there's the old schoolhouse. I should probably go to the old schoolhouse. Not tonight, though. Because we've got things to do, you and I, all of us. So why don't I am going to save. That's what I'm going to do. Although maybe I should go to sleep. Why don't I go to sleep? Although every time I go to sleep, I'm always in trouble. Because I can never... ugh. I can never make my... I can do it. I don't have to see. I can do it. I'm going to see, before we talk about all the stuff, if I can... we go here, right? And then I think the bedroom is... I'm gonna have to get my torch out, sorry. I can't do it. Use. Light. Oh, hey, look at that. I was actually really close. I was very close. I'm gonna just sleep, wake up. We'll go to like a good 8 hours of sleep. And we'll rest. And then it'll be the morning. And I should probably have checked what time it is. And then we have things to talk about, you and I. All of us. Y'all and I. Okay, good. And. This is great. Oh. It's fine. And now we're gonna save. We're gonna save, and then we're gonna chat. Save. Because I've got like a couple things I want to share with you. Because since we're here, I feel like we can do this. All right, let me go here. And two things, y'all. Let me quit. Confirm. All right, two things. Grace Jones would be a great jump from Josephine Baker. She would. Oh, no. The problem is that right now Josephine Baker is not in there either, which is killing me. Look, here's the problem. Here is the problem. The problem is that my my Black Divas course has only 12 and a half weeks. I only get 12 and a half weeks to cover like all the Black Divas in the entire universe, which is just impossible. And the first week never really counts because you can give students homework before class actually starts, but you never know if they're going to do it. So I always give them something really, really small, and we have to spend time dealing with, logistics. So I do Bessie Smith for the first week. That's my half. And then for the first 2 weeks, I've got to go through a lot of like diva theory, which comes from opera. So we do Jessie Norman. So here's the thing, different genres. I've got to do a different genre per diva, and I try to get different time periods. So we do Jessie Norman for our opera diva, which lets us do a lot of opera theory and like kind of queer opera theory and black opera diva theory. And then we do Marian Anderson, who was big in the teens and 20s as like our concert diva because she was never allowed on the operatic stage. So, but that lets us get both of our basically both of our, a lot of that early literature. So that's 3. We only have 10 weeks left. I believe after Marian Anderson, we do Billie Holiday for jazz diva. So that's like a good, 40s. We do Lena Horne, who is basically our Hollywood cabaret diva. No. And that gets us like 40s, 50s. I think after that we do, it's 5. We've just done Lena Horne. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're amazing. And these are all really big people. So after we do Lena Horne, it's a little bit tricky. I've got to get this right. I might miss somebody, but I think after that we do, oh yeah, certainly. And also because Lena Horne was like on the cover of the NAACP Crisis, there's a lot of like crossover there. Yeah, Billie Holiday. And then we do, I believe after that we do, I might be missing somebody. If I am, I'll have to go back. We do, because that's the 50s. So we do, I feel like there's something in between Lena Horne. Hold on, wait, we've got 5, hold on. Wait. Coldrake. We don't do Eartha Kitt because Eartha Kitt is in the same slot as Lena Horne. And I cannot do both Lena Horne and Eartha Kitt. And this is like where my pain and suffering comes from, that I can't do them both. And because I cannot do them both, I can only do one of them. And my life is miserable and I suffer greatly in my life. Not that one. I'm pretty sure. No. When did I last teach Black Divas? 2018? 2017? Yeah, 2017 was the last time I did it. I'm just going to look so I can tell you. No, she didn't play Catwoman versus Batman, Coldrake, but she was in The Wiz, because one of the things I like to do is have interesting overlap between them. So I can get it to you. Let me see. That's how we did it. Okay, so after Lena Horne, then we did Nina Simone, right? Yes, Coldrake. You see how I'm doing. Yeah, these are very hard calls, right? So then I do, after Lena Horne, then I do Nina Simone as like our protest diva of the 60s. And then after Nina Simone, we do Diana Ross. And one of the things we do, besides like a lot of listening and reading, is that we also watch Lady Sings the Blues, right? So we watch Lady Sings the Blues where Diana Ross is doing Billie Holiday, because that's, yes, Balrog. And then we do Aretha Franklin. So we do Diana Ross and we do Aretha Franklin. That gives us both gospel as well as soul. And then we do, and this is important for later. And then we do Donna Summer as our disco diva. And then we do Tina Turner as our rock diva. And then we do RuPaul as our drag diva. And RuPaul really ticks me off and is very irritating. And I might swap things and do Sylvester instead. But then I'd have to get rid of Donna Summer. So I'm still like working out what I want to do about that. And then we do Whitney Houston for a crossover diva. and then we do Beyonce, and when we're done, and then we've done 13 divas, and then our whole class is over. And it's messed up because I want to do Queen Latifah, and I want to do Grace Jones, and I want to do
game.
I want to do like Odetta, or maybe Tracy Chapman. I want to do like a folk diva. Like, it's just really hard, but also the name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like I wasn't there. And then a B on F. On M will appear. And then I say bo at a B. Then I say the name. Then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. And Bar Garwin, and Bar Garwin, Bar Garwin, Bar Garwin, banana fanner from Bar Garwin, fee, fi, mo, Bar Garwin. I'm Bar Garwin. Thank you, Bar Garwin. Thank you very much. How are you doing? Thank you. Welcome in. Lose RuPaul and go to Pee Wee Herman and said different Paul. Who would you say is the post-Beyonce diva? Is there a diva post-Queen Bee yet? That's a good question. Oh, yeah, Queen Diva is the equalizer. So the problem is that a lot of this has to do with what even is a diva. Oh, wait, you know what's really great, by the way, about when you do Beyonce, is that Beyonce did a tribute to Tina Turner at like the Kennedy Lincoln Center, and she did Proud Mary. So you can actually see Beyonce doing Proud Mary. And then we can also talk about Dreamgirls, where Beyonce is doing, because basically Beyonce does all the divas, right? She does Tina Turner. She does
Come on to my house.
Dinah Ross. She does Etta James. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Welcome, Raiders. How are you, Raiders? Welcome in, Weave the Tale. How are you doing? Weave the Tale, by the way, is where I am GMing Fate of Cthulhu, which will be at Saturday at 6 p.m. And you should definitely be there. And also, thank you, Dow Nomad, for the follow. I always feel that somebody's watching me.
Somebody's watching me.
And I have no privacy. Whoa, I always feel that somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? Thank you for those follows. Look, I was going to give you all well, you just finished a bonkers game. Nymeria Streams, how did it go? How did it go? Please tell me how the game went. You were doing parslings, right? Thursdays. It was Mora and parslings, right? How did it go? Please tell me. Oh, Caldrake, Pam Greer's not a singer though. So we're only doing singers. So that's the problem. And that is the one thing. Yes, I did promise, but first, I wanted to tell you about a campaign planning trick that I got from somebody else, and I didn't want to go until I told you about it. It was, hold on, 731 is what it is. So there's a thing that I got from one of these campaign planning places, and it's called 731. Rosemary is, well, you have to love her. Yes. Her music is often hit or miss for my taste, but damn that cover. Ooh, yeah. I will see you tomorrow. So 721 this is a campaign planning tip, which I would say helps you perhaps not over prepare. And that would be, 1, you make 7 things for your campaign before you start your session. And that would be people, places, things, items if you wanted. 7 hours of prep for 3 hours of play, which provides 1 encounter. No. I will see you tomorrow. Your turn, my turn. No, you pick 7 people, places, things. list out 7, don't do more. Just start with 7 things that you think will be really important to your campaign. And then you give a description of them. And then you give the motivation for them. And then you do 3 sensory details that you can use when describing them. And then 1 thing that you do at the table. So, for example, for night witches, or let's say for so for night witches, I had, and also they can be encounters, right? You could have NPCs, you can have locations, you can have encounters, just 7 of these things, right? So I had for night witches, the campaign I did, I had Captain Olga Barsukova as one of the 7. And her description, she was the regimental politruk, and I had her down as like, she looks like a nice grandmother, but with like a cold, steely side. And then her motivation, to prove the value of the NKVD by catching wreckers, to catch PC wreckers, and to recruit PCs to be her snitches. That was her motivation. And then for 3 sensory details, always smiling warmly, predatory eyes, and like, gray hair tied up in a bun. And then at the table, I would say, use vocal fry with a grandmother voice and a slow talker, right? And that was like 1 thing. And I think, so with Bricktops, for example, I had like the place description, the place where pilots of their section sleep, wooden drafty with 3 bunk beds. This was like the, this was not Bricktops. This was the barracks, like the main barracks for the barracks for night witches was the place where the pilots of their section sleep, wooden drafty with 3 bunk beds, large wall lockers on each side of the bunk. On the opposite side of a stove and a table and chairs, lines to dry your clothes. Motivation for the location, to be a home of sorts for the women, to set up a contrast to where they will end up being later. So that this was like the first barracks they were at, and I knew that later was going to get worse, so I wanted to set that up. Sensory details, the smell of fresh paint, 1 heating stove in the corner that is too small to heat the whole barracks. 3, 1 central support beam that has your schedule for the week tacked to it. And then at the table, I would do like a calming gesture with my hands to represent home whenever they came into the barracks, right? So, and then encounters, 1 was, meeting Masha Rodina. Some dudes push her out of the way and she decks them and looks to the PCs, was like the description of what that encounter was. And I would say what the motivation of that encounter was, which was to introduce an NPC who does not act ladylike, right? And then 3 sensory details about that encounter, the 1 thing I would do at the table. So this is the idea being that before you start your session for your campaign, you do your 7U3 or 1. You do 1 of them, because you can't do too much, right? You can't have like a million things. If you have a million things, you're never going to use them in the session. It's too much prep. You'll never get there. So you just make your 7 most important things, describe them in their motivation, their sensory details, right? What you're doing at the table to indicate them. It could be a hat. It could be, whatever it is. And then at the end of the session, you can adjust those things to see if you need to add a new one or not. But as long as you have your 7-3-1, you do not over prep, but you have things you can use. And I will tell you that 7 will be more than you need. Like, you don't need more than those 7. But as the campaign goes on, you can add 1 or 2, but you don't need like 20 things. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Let's see. 7 is asking a lot for me. Oh, not percent. No, this is for the campaign, Crit Twitch. It's for the campaign. Like, you make up your 7-3-1 for the campaign, and then you can always review them after every session, but you don't make a new 7 for every session, because you don't need to. Many of these things will become like your core home. If you get a really good 7, then that's your core, and you usually don't need a lot more than that. Oh, go to bed, Balrog. Cole Drake says, the nice thing is you can find historical photos of you paint the room, street barracks. Yep. You can find fantasy art. Oh, totally. Good night, Balrog. Oh, I will see you soon. Remember, well, 2 a.m. here, so I better head to bed. Heading back to the Jazz channel to build some good dreams. Oh, very nice. 8 hours and still going strong. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Drenbar. It was lovely having you here. And I'm going to play my weird music pretty soon. And I will just say that, yeah, and for me, I over prepped a little bit, and that I didn't, because theoretically, that 7 is NPCs, locations, and encounters all in 7. So you might have 3 NPCs, 2 locations, and 2 encounters. I personally did 7 NPCs, 7 locations, and 7 encounters. Although I think my locations, I think I didn't get full 7 locations. I think I got like 4, and then for the encounters actually had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, actually had 8, but I didn't detail all 8 of them. But if you do 7, 3, 2, 1, and it could be just 7 for those 3 categories combined, or 7 of each. The recommendation I read was 7 for all 3 combined, but I'm a little bit of an overachiever. But I find that if you have them, you don't, like, that's kind of mostly what you're going to need for an entire season of a campaign. And then at the end of a season, what I would usually do is at the end of a season, I would review my 7-3-1s and see if I wanted to, if some things were no longer relevant, or if some things I wanted to add in. But yes, right, more yes. And for Colas, of course, with each season, I'm adding more things in. But right, that's the thing. So this way, for people who might over prepare, this is a way to limit your preparation. And of course, at this point in time in Colas, I've got like a massive cast of locations and people and things to do, but they are, but they happened over like 3 seasons. But even then, it's not that huge. I mean, if I went to go and like rethink my 7-3-1s, but also what's important about your 7-3-1s is your motivation. Like, what is the motivation of that location? What is the motivation of that encounter? What is the motivation of that person? And how do you, and just giving you like 3 things to describe them, 3 sensory details, 1 thing you'll do at the table. And it gives you stuff to hang on to without, while limiting your urge to over prepare if you are an over preparer. Yeah, so, and try this weekend. I just put it like in a little, like a spreadsheet. I was like a little spreadsheet, little table. I was like my 7-3-1s, boop, boop, boop. And that was good. And I also find that, like, it was really interesting for me to start thinking about motivation for locations, right? So, like, what is the motivation for this location? Like, the motivation for 84 Avenue Foch is to be horrifying, right? Is to be to sort of bring out the terribleness of the Gestapo, of the SS. And everything I'm saying is true. Like, people did call it the Avenue of Horrors, and people could hear people screaming at all ends of the night, like as they walk by the building. And those are like sensory details that I wanted to bring in there. And my motivation is just to point out, like, actually, these are like really kind of horrible spaces. And so you kind of think about like, and like, if you watch the last session of Colas, I'm going to go pretty soon, by the way. If you watch the last session of Colas, there was an encounter where the guards were like harassing these young people who were standing on the street, which turned into a firefight. I didn't think it would, but it did. And what was the motivation of that? The motivation of that scene was a couple of things. 1, to emphasize the ways in which the German soldiers on the street are super paranoid and a little bit trigger happy because they're freaked out because people keep shooting them, right? So I wanted to emphasize that. The other motivation was to sort of highlight that people who stand loitering on the street may just get arrested, so that if our players want to go and like exchange information on the street, because it's the street, they have to know that at this point in time, people are very paranoid. The Germans are very paranoid, and anybody loitering or lingering or being too suspicious will probably be questioned, right? So that was the motivation for that encounter. It turned into a firefight, which was not my plan. I had no plan. I just was like, this is the thing that happens, and I want them to see it, and then we will find out what goes on. So yeah, the mundanity of violence. So, right, like, think about, like, what is the motivation for your location? Like, what is that location there for? What do you want to do with that location? What do you want to evoke with it? So I find that doing that, and for me, if I have the motivation, like if I know that the motivation for this person is this, then I don't need to do as much prep because I just know what the motivation is. I know that Colette's motivation is X, which means I know she will do this or that. I know, however, that so-and-so's motivation is Y, so I know that they'll do this or that. So for me, if I just know the motivation of a couple of main NPCs and the forces that they represent. Like, what does the church want in this location? What does the Thieves Guild want in this setting? If I know that, if I know what the Thieves Guilds want, and maybe I have one Thief Guild representative, then I don't have to do much more prepping, and I can over time, but I don't have to do it before the campaign starts. Because there's a lot of stuff you just don't have to do before the campaign starts. And everybody preps differently, right? Like if you're doing a real dungeon crawl where you need to have really balanced encounters that are set up, by the way, I'm getting music as we're speaking, just so you know. Right? Like if you're doing like a real dungeon crawl type of game where you need to have really complicated traps and maps and dungeons and all of that, then you're gonna have to do a different kind of prep because that's a different kind of campaign, right? So you have to do a different kind of prep. But you know, it's it kind of depends on it depends, right? It depends on the sort of game you're doing. If you're doing like a game that's very scripted, then you have to do it differently. Yeah, but I would say generally speaking, there's a lot of things you don't have to prep. Okay, so I will play for you something of mine. What one am I going to play for you? What am I going to play for you? Something exciting. Ooh. All right, so this is experimental music. I have non-experimental music from back in the day, but this, I'm going to play for you experimental music. Oh gosh. Ooh. All right. We could go electronic, or we can do, hey Courier, how are you? Welcome in. I'm about to play some of my experimental music because I promised that I would, from back in the day. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to do something that's more sample-based or just more Moog synthesizer-based. Third one on the list. Oh, okay. I will play the third one on the list. It is called Frust, which means frustration. And this is sample-based. I sampled, I asked a bunch of people to tell me what their frustrations were. And most people just told it to me in text. Somebody played their oboe because they were being very frustrated with trying to get this oboe piece down. And then what I did was I went through all of the tape, all of the sort of the sound, and I found words that connected, that when people said similar words, and then I sampled and I sort of spliced everything, and I placed all of the, and what you don't know is that this is being played live, so this is a live performance, in that I placed all the samples onto a keyboard like this using Max MSP, and so that each key would trigger a sample. Like it would be like Q. Where are we? Right. So like Q would start the sample, A would start looping, A again would end looping, and Z would end the sample. And I had like a row of samples all here, and so and I had a score with each sample, when I wanted it to come in and when I wanted it to come out again. And so then I made this score, and then I played it live, right, in a performance. So that was like, okay, I want this sample to come. So this is not something that I assembled on like a program. Like I didn't go into like GarageBand and then just place everything where I wanted it. This was actually something I created. I created an instrument that would allow me to trigger this live, so that I could improvise, play it differently if I wanted to, bring things in different orders. But I basically, this was at my senior thesis concert where I played this piece live. So here you go. This is Frust, and these are all college students.
Tell me your frustration. Tell me your frustration. Tell me your frustration. Tell me your frustration.
Name game.
This is my issue right now. This is my issue right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Emotional expectations, physical expectations, intellectual expectations, emotional expectations. My frustration usually stem from exhaustion. I can't do it. I can't do it. There's so many expectations of me right now. What I need to be doing, but at the moment I have no idea where I want to go because our math skills are just in third grade. I wish there were 14 days a week. Totally frustrated, and I just want some stability in my life. I want to know what's going on. I'd like to see. That makes me really sad.
Has to make sense. Has to be somebody. So I'm pissed that once you enter the academic world, everybody's looking at you and speculating that, ooh, you have to do something. There's no day where you can rest. As soon as you hit summer, you have to do an interim, you have to do summer school, you have to do some shit with your life. You can't do anything that's non-productive. You can't go work in a chicken restaurant when you want to. You can't go to the beach when you want to. You have to do studios. Everything comes out of your mouth. Has to make sense. Has to be perfect. Has to please somebody. I know that. I don't like it. Has to be somebody. Has to make sense. Has to be perfect. Has to be somebody. An asshole. An asshole. And today I wanted to skateboard, and I can't because it's about to rain. 10 minutes after I hit the patio, the rain clouds come.
Look at that shit. Now it's gonna fucking rain. She's like, what do you want me to say? She's like, what do you want me to say? She's like, what do you want me to say? Love you too would be nice. Okay. Love really pisses me off. Love pisses me off. Can't live without him. Don't have a gun. My brain feels like mush. What the fuck is that about? I'm trying not to swear. What the fuck is up with that? I'm trying not to swear. What the fuck is that about? I just can't deal with this, you know? I'm really pissed off because my fucking and just being at school this fucking small, frustrating. I have no choice in any aspect of my life right now. I have some anxiety about that. This is causing me great turmoil. But not knowing how to do it. Dance and do things. Just wanting to get up and dance and do things. Not even just wanting to get up and dance and do things. Not even forget about society. Forget about what's going on. What I need to do. Just leave it. Leave it all. And I gotta work. I hate working. But not knowing how to do it. And I gotta work. I hate working. Stress is a big theme in my life right now. Stress is a big theme in my life right now. Do something else. I wish I had more time to be with my friends. Should I have more time spent with my family. So then you're trying to figure out the whole damn thing on your own. And it's all frustrating, you know? It's really hard sometimes. My brain feels like mush. No way out of it. I can't do it.
There you go. Yeah, all of that was real time. I did all of that. I did all of that in real time. I because I was over at Mills, which by the way is closing down, makes me very sad. We were very much into performing our electronic music live, so that we would use Max MSP, which is this cool program where you sort of build electronic instruments with a computer that you can then trigger with either like a traditional keyboard like this, or like a computer keyboard, or with whatever you want. Really, you could trigger it with, you could build into a xylophone or whatever you wanted, right? And then you would play live, so that you could improvise with people, you could play with other people. And so I had a whole set of like each sample was its own set of triggers. I had like 3 different keys for each sample, for the, where I wanted each thing to come up. And I will tell you, I had to play that piece multiple times to get it right. Like I went to the recording studio and I was like, okay, I'm ready to record it. And I brought up my score and I was like, okay, tell me your frustrations. I want to bring in like the electronic sounds here, bring in this voice here, this moment, this voice. And then I was like, dang it. I was like, at minute 2, I messed up. Oh, I didn't get the 14 right. Now I have to start again. So I'd have to start the whole piece again. It took me a lot of practice to get it down, to actually have it flow the way I wanted to, because it was played live rather than just, put into GarageBand or Logic or something like that. Yeah, it was all done live and it was all hand triggered. So I did, like, these did not auto loop. Whether or not they looped or not and where they looped was all done by me. So it was like, okay, and loop now stop looping. Come in, just play through again. Now loop, stop looping. This one comes in overlapping. And so it was all done live. And I actually did it in a concert hall for my senior thesis concert. And that was one of my pieces. That was one of the more difficult ones to do, because there were just so many samples. And the score that I wrote was weird. It was a weird score because it had like the lines. So it was like the name of the sample, and then what the trigger words were, so that when I heard the trigger word, then I needed to sort of move this one in. And I don't know if you noticed, but I also had sounds coming in from, I don't know if you could hear, if you had headphones on, you might, from different sides of your left and right. Like I wanted to actually, it was playing with stereo as well. So we would see like, I can't do it on the left, right, sort of moving from the left to the right. So I wanted to have some samples coming into on your right side, some coming on your left side, and then sometimes they would switch over and then go back out. And so I was really trying to play with space, trying to play with the inundation of frustration, the way that these things sort of overwhelm you. Yep. Oh, I will see you, Rissa. I will see you. Yes. That was it. This was 2001, actually, Donald. This was this would have been 2001, like February, March, April, like beginning of 2001 is when I did it. Yeah. I Want Rain, all samples. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's some, I did some really cool stuff with environmental sounds. It took me a real minute to realize because I wasn't in front of the speakers. I'm off to the side. Yeah. How did you get the responses? I just went around. I believe I did this around finals or midterms. It was either midterms or finals. And I just went around and I went to all the people I knew with a really good recording device. And I said, hey, tell me your frustrations. And then they just told me their frustrations. And I recorded like 20 to 30 people. And then I transcribed everything. And then I looked for words that were the same between, and I used those as the connectors. So when somebody said rain and somebody else said rain, I was like, okay, I'm going to merge those together. And I try to make sure that I could get a journey that would take you from one place to the next. Yeah. But part of it is you just do it the right time of the year and everybody's really, it was finals explained a lot about the mood of a lot of those people. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. And yeah. And I really liked that piece. And I've got it's one of those things. I've got a bunch of things like that. And the thing is, I really haven't been able to compose in ages and I really miss it. And I want to go and I mean, the hard part is that if I had in a perfect world, I would have my own Moog synthesizer. By the way, DMCA, that's mine. You can't give me a copyright strike because that's mine. DMCA, I see you. I want a big Moog analog synth with the patch chords because that's what I learned. That's what I learned my electronic music on, that and tapes. And I mean, these things are amazing, amazing. Thank you, Barontor. Yeah, that one poor girl had to be perfect all the time. It's you know what's really weird though, by the way? That was in 2001, and I sort of feel like it probably also makes, it would be really interesting to, yeah, Metallica got DMCA'd on their own music. It would be really interesting to do that again, to make a new piece based on the time of COVID. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I said to people, tell me your frustrations, and they just spoke into their computer for like a minute or so, just tell me what they were most frustrated about. That would be really fascinating, because I wonder what it would be like now, 20 years later, right? It's 20 years later. What would that sound like? DMC don't care about ownership. They took Metallica down. Yep, that is true, Krone. They don't, because it's all automated. I don't think I could open that bottle. I'm not sure the lid would go back on, but that might be the thing that says Courier. That might be the thing that might be actually really useful about it. You know what I mean? Like, it might be very cathartic to be able to have people now you've, dang it, people, now you've got me thinking about it. Now you've got me thinking about doing Frustrations 2021. Okay, Crit Twitch, I did start it. That's true. But now I want to do it. This is why you don't build algorithms that act in seconds based on laws that haven't changed in decades. Yeah, maybe I will. And I think it'd be really, because the things we're also remote now, which means we all have it's 2021, which is that tech is better, which means we all have ways to record things into our computers. Yeah, because here's the thing, I'd be really interested in Frustration 2021. That could be really, that's it, everybody. I'm going to do it.
Name game.
I'm going to do it. The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B on F, on and will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fana, and fo. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Odious, 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 popodious, banana, fana, fofodious, fee, fi, momodious. Odious, Thank you for that resub, Odious. Do the thing. I don't know what the thing is, but you should do it. I'll totally do it. I'll do it. Yeah. Be prepared, folks. I'm gonna, it's been a while, Odious. I'm gonna put a call out on our Discord. Everybody, I'm gonna put a call out on our Discord so that, because I want you all to be able to tell me stuff, and I'll send out a call to some of my peeps up at my university up there. Yeah. I'm gonna go and gather some samples from people, and then I'm going to make a piece. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it because we're in the middle of COVID, and I think it might be cathartic, and I think we can make a really cool piece. So I'm going to do that. You've been here, just been quiet. Oh, lots of go lives, and the dust is finally settling from January enrollments. That's fair. So I'm going to go because it is that time. But let me tell you, you can find me. I'll be hosting Critical Role at 10 p.m. Eastern here. If you want to go watch Critical Role, but be in a chat that does not have 60,000 people in it, you can hang out with us. If you get people who recorded the first one that you can blame me for, I might call out, especially since my alma mater is being shut down. So I'm sure people are frustrated about that. Let me see what else. Oh, right. Also, if you want, you can follow if you like. We have a Discord, which you can join, which, by the way, I'm going to put a call out if people want to make a recording of their voice for me with their frustrations, which could be their voice or a musical instrument, whatever, however you express your frustrations sonically, you can give that to me. And that'll be in the Discord, so you can join. You can follow me on Twitter at Academic Foxhole. You can support the Patreon, which is at Academic Foxhole, which goes to support the stream, the RPG stream. And I think we're currently at $175 a month. And $175 a month pays for, if I don't get paid, pays for one episode and one episode, 1.25 episode a month. So that's pretty great. So you can support that if you like. That is at Patreon at Academic Foxhole. You can find me here at Trooper SJP or on YouTube at Trooper SJP, where I have the archive of all the shows. And when I make videos, those will go up there as well. I am definitely frustrated about Mill shutting down. It makes me really sad, actually. Yeah, no, it's shutting down forever. Hey, Odious, if you have a MIDI file of frantic mechanical keyboard typewriting, I would die for that. I would love it. I would love it. If you give me a MIDI file or an audio file of frantic mechanical keyboard typing, that would be my jam. I would love that so hard. Frustrating screams in the void, frantic mechanical keyboard typewriting, sounds of you working in your garden, whatever it is that is the sounds of your frustration, I would like to have it so I can turn it into a piece. It would make me super happy. It does not have to be words. It could be whatever you want. Or I don't know, maybe we can convert one of my performance metric graphs into its sonic equivalent. That would work too. You know what? I'll tell you what. If you have a performance metric graph that you want to give me, I can figure out how to turn it into sound. I'm just saying, you give me your frustrations and I will turn it into sound, and I will make sense of it in some way. That is all I'm saying. Yes, I'm into it because I like experimental stuff. So that is my call, and I will work it. I will make it work. I think that's it for me. Oh, today's Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern over at Laugh Love Lindy. Join us for Aether's Walkway at 7 p.m. Eastern. Boo, boo, boo. On my channel will be City of Light and Shadow. Today's Thursday. I need to make the trailer. And, it'll be the duo episode. Regina and Sylvie will be getting up to trouble on their own. So that'll be exciting. And Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern over at Roll For It, you can catch me for the second half of The Parallel Killer, GM'd by Maggie Crone. 6 p.m. You can catch me on Weave the Tale for the amazing cast that is Fate of Cthulhu, a lot of time travel shenanigans, which I was so excited about last session because I felt like the time travel was now becoming more clear what was going on. So that was very cool, some of the shenanigans. And then Sunday, 11 o'clock a.m. on my channel, Dot and I will be doing Divinity Original Sin at 5 p.m. on Sunday, Into the Southlands over at Kobold Press. And at 8 p.m. on Sunday over at Praxagora, the Smaphoria's channel, will be Romance of the Blue Rose. And then on Monday, my maintenance people will come to fix my ceilings, is what I've been told. And that is my excitement. So yeah, are you looking to converting CSV into MIDI files? Look, however you want to do it, I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about it. Remember, daylight savings happens, so if you're not in the US, it'll be an hour earlier, maybe later. So basically, yes. If you're not in the US, one moment. Mills, the college will no longer award four-year degrees, but plans to continue to foster women's leadership and student success by converting to an institute. That's what they said, but that sounds to me like they're not going to be a college anymore. There's speculation that Mills could become a think tank or otherwise run programs for the larger community. Yeah, but they're just not going to be a college anymore. And I'm sure they don't want to get rid of the land they have, but yeah, I'm real sad about it. I'm really sad about it because it was such a, y'all, I'm going to go because I'm going to grab, I ate right before I started the stream, but I'm going to go. But I wanted to tell you that they have their dorms, their residence halls, they have these old residence halls from the 30s that have California sleeping porches in them, and California sleeping porches are amazing. Yeah, it was almost 170 years. And it's imagine a porch. Like you've got an apartment, you've got a room, and right next to you there's a room, and the room is open up to the elements, right? So it's a room with a wall, but the wall is open, right? But like there's like you could sit on it, and you can look out, but it would have like a tarp you could lower, but like you could just basically like you put your bed out there and you could sleep out there, and if it was like warm, you would just raise the tarp and you'd like wake up right there in the elements with like the sun and the birds, and if it were cool you would just lower the tarp and you would be fine, but because it's not that cold in California, Northern California at least. And anyway, it made me sad. It's gonna go. So I'm gonna go hydrate myself, and I will be back in 20 minutes for Critical Role. And thank you all for being here, and I will see you soon. You're the best. And I'm going to send out a call for samples. I'm going to see you later. All right. Oh, yeah, we're not going to raid because we only have 20 minutes. So we're going. We will see you all later, and bye, everybody.